And welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to the Lumberjack pregame show brought to you by Terrell Insurance Agency. It's Alec Grace on the call with you this evening. I'll be joined momentarily by none other than Rodney Cheshire, as Jared Christmas and Drellin Fussell could not make it this evening. So we called up on Mr. Cheshire to come in and fill in at the last minute. He will join us here momentarily as we're coming to you live from Red Devil Stadium in Huntington, Texas tonight for the District 9 3A opener for both the Huntington Red Devils and the Diboll Lumberjacks. Both the Lumberjacks and Devils coming into district play, spotting a 1-4 overall record coming into tonight's game. So we look at how the Lumberjacks are doing, led by 12th-year head coach Blake Morrison, who led his team into a 38-28 loss to Shepherd last Friday night. In that game, we saw the Lumberjacks leading a score of 21-7 around the second quarter, and then the floodgates opened up and the Pirates outscored the Lumberjacks by a score of 24-7 in the second half, and to coast to a 38-28 victory for the Pirates. In that game, we saw Riley Arambula step up at quarterback, throwing for 302 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Those 2 touchdown passes going to Aiden Morris for on a 57-yard completion, and Tyrese McMillan with a 35-yarder on next to his name. And Ty Jones, the freshman running back, carried it in for a 1-yard touchdown run to get to do the scoring offensively. Defensively, we saw a score from Tyrese McMillan returning a fumble recovery, 45 yards to the house. And he also forced two fumbles in that game. Aiden Chavis on the recovery on one of those fumbles. So the Lumberjack offense, the Lumberjacks playing against the Huntington Red Devils this evening, led by second-year head coach Brian Kaufman. He leads the Red Devils he brings in a 1-14 overall record as the lead man for the Devils. He was previously the defensive coordinator for Huntington. They run a power spread offense, and defensively they run a 4-2-5 offense. The Red Devils were off last week, as were all of the other teams in the district, except for Diboll. But 2 weeks ago, the Red Devils played a homecoming game against St. Augustine and lost to the Red Wolves by a score of 37-0. It was the Red Devils' second time getting shut out this season. But although they did get shut out and are on a 3-game losing streak, the Red Devils snapped a 26-game losing streak in their season opener against Evadale to start the season. So we know that the Huntington Red Devils always want to get after the Lumberjacks. We know that the Lumberjacks can't overlook the Red Devils regardless of how the history playing out with them and losing. It doesn't matter because everybody is 0-0 tonight. District 9 3A Division I play starts, and it's a new ball game for both the Lumberjacks and the Devils. As we take a look at what's going on around District 9 3A Division I, number 4 team in the state, Palestine Westwood, at 5-0 is taking on Crockett at 3-2 on the road there, and number 8 Fairfield taking on Teague. Fairfield, number 8 in the state, with a 5-0 record as well. Teague with 3-2, going 3-2 overall as well. So I also want to point this out before we go into the coaches show here momentarily. I just want to extend my condolences to the communities of both Corrigan, Camden, and Woden ISD, as tragically we lost 2 tremendous student athletes in both of their communities with the death of Danny Rivera, who collapsed in a football game a few weeks ago and passed away due to a brain malformation. And we extend our heartfelt condolences and thoughts and prayers out to Corrigan, Camden, as well as to the family of Mr. Danny Rivera. And Caden Nelson, who went by KK, of Woden Cheerleading, died this past Sunday in an ATV accident. It's just very sad to see young life lost, and it's very unfortunate to occur. And it's just, you never wish this for anybody. And I just want to take a moment to extend my heartfelt condolences to both the communities of Corrigan, Camden, as well as Woden ISD. Lumberjacks and Red Devils, again, coming into tonight's game to begin District 9 3A Division I play. The heavy favorite to win the district is Palestine Westwood, who we will see on the road next Friday night. But before we can even think about Westwood, we need to focus our minds on the Red Devils and the team that's in front of us. And in this case, it's Huntington this evening, before we can talk anything over about Westwood. So again, that's what to look forward to tonight. The Red Devils and Lumberjacks making their way back into the locker room. As I said, Rodney Cheshire will join us here momentarily. Little trivia about him: he's just real prevalent in the community. He was a longtime police officer for Diboll, and we're really glad to have him on the call this evening. His son is Cameron Cheshire, who's an assistant coach for Diboll and is also a teacher over at Diboll High School. So it's really cool how things come full circle in that regard with families and whatnot. And before we head into the coach show, just want to go ahead and welcome you all who are listening in from wherever you may be listening in from. I also want to shout out Scott, who's already commented on the live chat. He says hello, everyone. We say hello to you, Scott. Thank you so much for listening in and supporting the Lumberjacks from wherever you may be listening in from. And just also please be sure to let your friends and family know, and any other Lumberjack fans, that we're live on YouTube. We got the stream going on YouTube on our Diboll Sports Broadcast YouTube channel. Please be sure to like and subscribe. It helps the algorithm. I know I sound like an influencer saying that, but for real, it really helps out with engagement and exposure. And also, please be sure to like the Facebook page as well, to like and follow the Diboll Sports Broadcast Facebook page. So again, it's Diboll Sports Broadcast on both YouTube as well as on Facebook. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors this evening who have helped make this broadcast possible. I'd like to thank Cotton Co. first and foremost for being our uniform supplier this year. They've gave us some swag with 2 dry fit Diboll Sports Broadcast shirts as well as a polo. I'd also like to thank Terrell Insurance Agency for being our scoreboard sponsor and all that they do in the Diboll community. I'd also like to thank Mueller Inc., PPR Industrial Services, C4 Media Productions, and the Diboll Jackpackers. Without these sponsors, tonight's broadcast would not be possible without them. Lumberjacks and Red Devils are about to tee it off here in about less than 29 minutes or so. So with that being said, let's go ahead and hear what Coach Morrison had to say in the Coaches Show. So without further ado, let's go ahead and send it over to the Coaches Show, brought to you by Terrell Insurance Agency.
Yeah. Let's go. We just gotta go hard. I go the hardest. I bring the pain.
Welcome to the Coaches Show presented by Terrell Insurance. I'm your host, Jared Christmas, and I'm sitting here with Coach Blake Morrison. Coach, how are you doing today?
Doing good, Jared.
Coach, during last week's game against a very good Shepherd team, we saw a lot of heart and fight from the Lumberjacks. How did you feel like the team executed as a whole?
We did fight a little bit better. You know, we didn't quit, and the kids played hard all night. So I mean, I was pleasantly pleased in their fight.
So, Coach, this past week we saw the junior Riley Arambula at the quarterback position. What went into your decision to start him over Sonny Rodriguez or Carlos Sanchez?
Well, DeCarlos was, he's a little banged up, so with his ankle. So mobility, him running the football, is a little different when you play defense, especially in that right there is come straight ahead and go get at somebody, But just throughout practice, it's who understands the offense and who executes the offense, and believing in themselves and just little things like that we just look at. And and Riley was we thought going into it he would benefit us to be the starting quarterback.
So, Coach, this year we had a stacked non-district schedule. What are the benefits of playing such a tough non-district schedule?
Y'all welcome. I mean, other than Rusk, and Rusk is just, they're like us, they're young. But a 4A team that's young. Everybody else is a playoff run team in 3A. Not one round. They're multiple round teams. Madisonville is, they've got speed and size, and they spread it out. And we got to see that. So let our kids kind of get used to somebody faster than them. Where angles, they got to learn how to take angles. They got to see. They got to recognize quicker. West Rusk is a quality football team. I think they're in the top 8 now. So, they do things well, and they will. They're multiple, okay, and so kids have got to learn rules. And then Rusk, then Woodville. Woodville is, they're going to sling it, and our kids have got to recognize those. You just got to do some things defensively and offensively. Because offensively, it's they're going they're going to be an odd man in front, even man in front. It don't matter. I mean, it's one of those type things. They're going to play man. They're going to play a zone pressure, or they're going to play just back off and play zone. So I mean, so there's a lot of things that go into that where each school gave us pieces of the district. Also, they gave us pieces of the playoffs. Yes, we'd like to see that with equal competition, so to speak. But trying to put a schedule together, it's hard because there's not a lot of people will play us. I'm getting called by Gilmer. People I got called by Pleasant Grove. So I mean, it's not a that's it's a good thing that people think that we're a quality ball club, but at the same time, here it's not. It's up and down. And it depends on what's in the stable. And in the last couple of years, we've had a tough non-district schedule with inexperience, and and I just think it has helped us. We almost got out of it, the whole thing injury free. Almost. We were about a minute and a half away from getting out of it injury free. So, but for the most part, I think our kids have grown and understand. So now, when we speak language on the practice field, they understand what we're talking about. If you're playing the same thing over and over, or a lesser opponent, that you get away with certain angles, or you get away with certain they're just not very good. I don't know. I'm in the belief that, and some people might believe differently. Kid, once they start, winning, winning is everybody gets excited and all that kind of stuff. Winning is makeup. Okay. And it hides the blemishes. And if you really don't dive into winning and see, and then you got to tell the kid, the kid said, well, Coach, we won. I did this, and we were successful, and I went the wrong way, whatever it may be. That don't help you. But once you get to a point, and I mean, we were so close last week of putting it all together with a fight and doing certain things. Run game killed us. A couple of, couple loads where we attack loads killed us on defense. But if we could have pulled that out, that would have been huge. Just for our kids to see what it took to get a W. So yeah, this non-district schedule, it's it's a grind, man. It is. And now going into the district, there's not a team that we're going to face that is, maybe one that's got some talent, pretty decent talent. But other than that, it's going to be almost apples to apples. And so we now here we go. Now they understand, okay, the speed of the game, knowledge of the game, and hopefully we can put it all together.
Well, Coach, you kind of touched on my next question, which was going to be, with such a stacked non-district schedule, how do you feel like our district schedule is going to match up compared to our non-district schedule?
I would say if our non-district schedule was a 7, I think our district schedule is a 5. Okay. And just because it's that high because of the what it means, it's a district game now. So, I think we have our kids have got to the point, and I think we're ready for district play.
Well, Coach, compared to some of the offenses that we saw in the non-district, how is Huntington going to match up offensively and defensively compared to some of the offensives that we've already seen?
They are they'll go from empty to almost like a 3 tight, double tight with a F, with a fullback and all that kind of stuff. And they personnel package their people. And, matchup wise, their offensive line, they're big. Defensive line's big. We got to withstand that push and just be sure we're gapped out on defense and and offensively just staying engaged. So, they so I mean, offensively, it's I'd say a version of Rusk combined with maybe Woodville. Try the throwing stuff for Woodville and the Rusk run game up and tight. And then defensively, they are they're 4-2-5. Now people line up different against us all the time for some reason. I think a lot of it is, we watch them one week to the next, and a lot of times it's a little different here and there because of what they think they can match up with. If they think they can match up in the secondary, they're going to press us and load the box. If they don't think they can, everything kind of starts on the back end.
So you mean personnel-wise on their end,
on their
how
end,
they can match up against.
That's right. So if they feel like they can do this, that's what they're going to do. So, it was, for example, I know that Shepard thought we was going to line up in the in what we call our Navy stuff with what we did to Rusk, and so they worked on that. So they had their heavy personnel package in. Well, we were out there in our solo package, and we were able to do some things, and then they made some adjustments, and we weren't able to make plays. So, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, and with what we did, but then so defensively 4-2-5. Maybe I think they'll probably even try to roll that strong safety down and 4-3 type look at us. If they want to play man on the outside, I think that's advantage us. And, it just depends on how far off they want to play, because we have been behind it. We've been behind secondaries all year long. And so we have the capability. So we'll see what they're going to do, and how they're going to try to attack us. And then we'll just work our what we call our matrix off of it and just, see what it is and go from there.
Well, Coach, we've had a lot of changes in non-district play on the offensive side of the football. What can we expect to see out of the Lumberjacks this week on the offense?
Well, and that's what I said. Every year, I always start off with football. Okay, well, people say, well, Coach, you coaching football. No. People don't understand football. Okay, football is block down, kick out, and here we come. Okay. It's not basketball on grass. That's not football. All right. Well, the colleges do it. Well, of course. But you're talking about elite athletes.
Correct.
That probably know what block down, kick out, and go get him. It means all that kind of stuff. So we didn't start that way. And I usually like to start that way just for the simple fact you learn the game. If you can learn that kind of stuff, then that other stuff becomes easy. Well, last year I did it, because we thought we can do this, and this year the same type thing. Well, from now on, come heck or high water, okay, we're going to start off with just bona fide football, and then grow. So what we did was the first week we did that. Second week we were, we're still in our solo stuff. Not understanding. When I say not understanding, we didn't understand certain things till last week. All right.
Yes.
And I'm not going to go into it.
Fundamental stuff.
Oh, when I say yes, and so, little things like if we say anything that starts with an R, that's right. So if it's rip, that's right. So where's the strength? Do we have to say right? No, it's rip. So the even numbers go to the right.
Even and odd always seems to get a few folks.
Odd numbers go to the left.
Yes, sir.
Now, if I say Liz is now the even numbers are left and the odd numbers are right. And so, and I'm telling you, yesterday I had people going the wrong direction. And I said, what are we doing? He goes, I thought that was odd. I said, whew, okay, I need to check your algebra 2 grade. So, we are slowly but surely. So we went to, after that, then we went to the Navy, the too tight look, because, our quarterbacks were inexperienced, and you can only go so long. Okay, so it's got to be some teaching involved. So, and then the next week we're coming into Woodville with our base. Well, you got three different packages. Well, as a defense coordinator in high school football, okay, you got probably about an hour and a half for 3 days a week to work with your kids. Okay, so with that hour, okay, what are you going to spend your time on? So if you spend a little time here and a little time here, a little time here, you try to do everything, you're not going to be good at nothing.
Overwhelm them with that information.
That's right. And so, and everything we do, it's different formations, it's different personnel. It's all the same plays. The only difference is we don't have a guy out wide that we're going to throw the fade to. Okay, but when we run power, it's power. Now we might have an extra kicker or a crammer. We run our our inside zone, our ISOs, whatever it may be. It's all the same stuff. And so when you spread people out, you also spread out them linemen. So them linemen are on the island now. When you get in a little tighter, you got some help. Okay, you want to fight solo or you want to fight with a herd. Okay, so that's the type thing, and our kids are starting to understand it. And last week, I thought we did a good job of getting to the next level with our solo package. I think we got one more step, and then we'll be where we're at with solo. Navy's Navy, and then we're going to come out with our base package that you probably won't see Friday night. You'll probably see it later on, and that right there in itself is just where now you got to choose. Okay, if they going to go heavy personnel, well, we can just jump in solo. Okay, now we're 1-on-1. Let's go beat people. Now, if they want to sit there and play a nickel or a dime package, now we can jump in our base package. And now we got linebackers and tight ends and linemen blocking secondary guys. So we try to use that to our advantage. And, and having our kids learn those things, we're getting close. And it's, we started it in our bye week with one. Been working Navy, what I call our Navy package. We just call it Navy. We've been working our Navy package. We work our solo package, and we've been working our base package. So we'll work those type things, and it makes it difficult as a defensive coordinator, and also your kids. Because here's the deal: I'm not going to fool that DC. Okay, if I do, he's not very good. I'm trying to fool those 15, 16, 17-year-old kids. Yep. That's exactly right. So that's all we're trying to do. And find out where they're at, see where they see where they put their checkers, and then try to king them.
Yes, sir. Well, lastly, Coach, what do we need to do this week to walk away from Huntington with a win?
Continue that aggressiveness, okay, especially defensively. I mean, just play with a reckless abandon. I mean, just go, and refuse to be blocked, all that kind of stuff. Offensively, we've got to be sure, number one, we take care of the football, okay? We don't get behind the chains on stupid penalties. And then be sure we're reading the right keys. I mean, for the, quarterback's big, running back's big, and the receivers. So, yeah, we'll call a play, okay? We don't know who's getting it, all right? It's according to how they set up. So, and I tell you what, last week, the first half, we were about 80% right with what we were doing. There were some things that we messed up on, and then second half we were about 40% right. And so it is, we got to continue. We got to continue those things and be consistent and do it for 60 minutes or 48 minutes. But we got to do those. We got to do those type things, and then and just get after them. That's what I always tell everybody. I said, look, everybody's got a game plan. Everybody's going to do their stuff. Okay, and here they go. It's who gets hit in the nose first. Okay, that's going to say, what's going on? And then you just got to play it like that. I told them, I said, my foot's always on the gas. I've never taken my foot off the gas. I said, let's go play. And so that, people got to step up. We got some Bobos. So we got to step up. Other people got to, it's next man up mentality. So we're going to put our, the kids out there that, again, play aggressive, understand. You got to understand the game, and are disciplined with their eyes. And if we can get those things going, we'll be okay. I mean, I told them the other day, I said, I don't care if I play with 14 guys, that's it. Okay, 14 guys that do it, that can perform it. Not, coach, I want to do it. I understand that. Okay, I want to lose weight too, but I gotta have a little discipline. But if we can do those things, I said, look, we're just gonna, I don't care if we go 11 and play offense and we turn around. It's defense. All you do is just turn around. We're gonna go. We gotta find our guys, because now it's real football time, and we've prepared all the way up to this point. So it's time to either get busy living or get busy dying.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you coming in today for the Coaches Show presented by Terrell Insurance. Just want to wish you and the Lumberjacks good luck this week against Huntington.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
We just gotta go hard. I go the hardest. I bring the pain. Not what you used to. It's all part of the game. Yeah, I just gotta go hard. What's in a name? A reputation to bring you service and quality. What's in a name?
There are so many questions to consider when choosing the right auto insurance. Liability coverage, comprehensive, how much coverage is enough? We can help you make sure you're getting the protection that's right for you. Terrell Insurance Agency is the name to know. 902 North Temple Drive, Terrell Insurance Agency.
You can depend on a Mueller metal roof.
We were fortunate enough to be able to build a house on family land, and we've really enjoyed being out here.
We couldn't ask for a better place to raise our boys.
Our home builder, I don't believe, had ever had an experience with working with Mueller and had nothing but great things to say about the company, about the process.
Everybody was professional.
If anybody mentions the word metal, we say we know a guy and give them the phone number to Mueller.
Find out more at MuellerINC.com.
Attention East Texas. When it comes to welding, fabrication, hydroblasting, sandblasting, vacuum truck services, and plant maintenance, there's only one name you need to know: PPR Industrial Services. Located in Lufkin, Texas, PPR delivers top quality services with 24/7 support. The mission to exceed customer expectations, PPR focuses on safety and excellence in every job. Call them today at 936-676-0982 and let PPR handle your toughest projects. PPR Industrial Services, where quality matters.
C4 Media Productions proudly supports the Diboll Lumberjacks. Based at 205 North Temple, we are your one-stop shop for all of your video and social media needs. Whether you need a captivating TV commercial or a full social media marketing strategy to help drive sales, we've got you covered. Call us at 936-304-0707 or visit c4mediapros.com. C4 Media Productions. Reliable service, amazing results.
Yeah. Let's go. We just gotta go hard. I go the hardest. I bring the pain. Not what she used to.
So that'll take us into the end of the Lumberjack pregame show, brought to you by Terrell Insurance Agency, as it'll be Andres Montoya, Kiwi Dill, and Cooper Smith, your captains for the Diboll Lumberjacks. For the Huntington Red Devils, they will have Mateo Markley, as well as Javier Palacios Perez, and 2 other captains at the coin toss with them. I'd like to go ahead and take this time to go ahead and introduce my partner tonight, Mr. Rodney Cheshire. Rodney, thank you for stepping up to this evening to fill in, and we're really excited to get to call the game with you this evening.
Alex, thank you, man. This is a blast. I appreciate y'all asking me to do this. I just hope everything goes like I have it in my head.
Absolutely, Rodney. So we're just really excited to have you joining us tonight. Jared couldn't make it, and Draylon couldn't make it as well. So just for all the listeners who don't know about you, just tell us a little bit about yourself before we get kickoff underway.
Oh, man, I'm a lifelong Diboll guy. Graduated in 1994, and I just couldn't get the pine sap out of my blood, so I've stuck around there and enjoy watching Diboll Lumberjacks. I hadn't missed a home game probably over 20 years, and now that my son's coaching, it's even better.
Yeah, for sure, Rodney. So you've been a lifelong Diboll grad, and you just stuck around the area here as the Lumberjacks have won the coin toss. They will defer to the second half as they are congregating along the hash mark at midfield to just get riled up and get ready to go here. They're just fired up to get district play underway here from Red Devil Stadium here in Huntington tonight. And just as fall started a few weeks ago, it feels like fall weather here tonight.
Beautiful night for some football here in East Texas. Got the real grass, which is great. Huntington is, they have a nice facility here, so I'm ready to play some football. We just got to get started and not take the foot off the gas. We just gotta go with it.
Yes, sir, Rodney. So it'll be Ivan Gomez on to boot it away for the Lumberjacks, as the Red Devils will put Markley here on the near side, and on the far side, opposite of him, will be Jackson Evett, as the Lumberjack band is getting fired up. Just want to let all the listeners know that we are outside of the press box tonight, so we're calling it from the stands. So the crowd noise will get a little bit chaotic, just so y'all know. So Ivan Gomez is about to tee it off. And here we go. It's going to be a short sky-high kick to get District 9 play underway. It's going to be fielded by the upback at around the 30-yard line, and he is going to be brought down by Ricardo Garcia at about his own 36-yard line. So that's where the Red Devils will set up 1st and 10. The Red Devils moving left to right.
Special teams got down there real good on our coverage, so good hang time on the punt. So, or actually the kick. I'm sorry. So we'll get started here with our defense and go ahead and stick the dagger in.
Lumberjacks coming out with the 3-man front, as the 3-man front is going to consist of Joseph Parrish and Barrett Price as your defensive ends. The defensive tackle will be Alex DeJesus. We'll get the rest of the Lumberjack defense here situated, as on 1st and 10, the Red Devils are going to go with the 2-receiver set on the left side. Brent Kovar is the signal caller this evening, as he will hand the ball off, and bam, stopped right behind the line is the ball carrier, and coming in to make the stop is Barrett Price. It's Caden Van Houten on the carry. He'll be brought down for a loss on the play.
So we were able to make some penetration there behind the line of scrimmage and wrapped up real good. So we just got to keep this momentum going and keep putting good play right there. No gain.
Third down situation coming up for the Red Devils is also on the field for your Lumberjacks. Defensively is Aaron Robbins at the safety position, Aiden Morris at the corner, Tyrese McMillan the opposite corner, and DeCarlo Sanchez the other outside linebacker, as the Red Devils break the huddle here on 3rd down and long. With a trip receiver set to the left, one to the right. The signal caller is Wyatt Stover, the freshman QB. Stover's going to throw a screen pass, going to hit the dirt, and it's going to come up incomplete. 4th down coming up for the Red Devils.
He had to get a little anxious on that pass and just threw it a little bit too low for the receiver to make a grab. So we got him a good 4th and long position. man, let's unleash Ty and go to the house right here.
So Tyrese McMillan will take his spot at about his own 25-yard line as he steps back a little more, as Huntington is going to get the punt off. It's Jackson Toller on the punt, and McMillan's going to let this one bounce out of bounds at around the Lumberjack 25-yard line. So that's where the Lumberjack offense sets up 1st and 10.
Let's go offense. Let's get started. Mix it up a little bit, and let's pound it a little bit, and then we'll spread. Go with the spread and go score.
10:07 left to go here in the first quarter of action. We're scoreless as Lumberjacks are about to see the offense out on the field for the first time tonight. As leading the charge offensively will be the junior quarterback, Riley Arambula. And the Lumberjacks are going to spread it out here on 1st and 10 with a 2-receiver set to the right side and one to the left, as the Red Devils show their 4-2-5 look defensively. So we're waiting the signal from the official to get the play going, and we'll go ahead and get started. So Arambula is going to drop back to pass. He's getting flushed in the pocket. He's going to roll to his right and then to his left. He's retreating, and he's going to go down for a sack, and he's going to lose his helmet on the play, as he's going to be brought down at around the 2-yard line. A late shove there at the end by a Red Devil. That's going to bring up 2nd down and long on the play.
We just collapsed in the pocket. He tried to get away. They were able to make a good pursuit. We got to stop this. We just got to turn around and make it go the other way.
So it'll be 2nd and long from the Lumberjacks' own 5-yard line. Again, they're going to be moving right to left. For those of you listening back at home, as the Lumberjacks will break the huddle here on 2nd down and long, as they'll go with the heavy package to Carlos Sanchez in at QB. As he will take the snap, he's just going to run it to the right side, and he's going to be brought down for a pickup of 5 on the play at about his own 10-yard line. So it'll bring up 3rd down for the Lumberjacks.
Carlos is doing a little option there and decided to keep it himself and went out. So with Arambula losing his helmet, and he's only in there for that one play. I think Arambula's back in now. I can't tell. No, Carlos going back in.
So they'll stick with the Carlos Sanchez in on this 3rd down and 26 situation with 8:43 remaining here in the first quarter of action from Red Devil Stadium. We're still scoreless. And Lumberjacks going back to that heavy set. Sanchez is going to roll to his left, and he's looking for a receiver. He's got Barrett Price, and Price breaking some tackles, and he will be brought down at the 26-yard line of Diboll for a huge gain on the play and a 1st down for the Lumberjacks.
We will still be on 4th down. But he made a great catch against his body and was able to hold on to it, and took a couple of them to bring him down. So let's build off of that and get a good punt.
I was looking at these near yard markers here, so I thought it was the first going to bounce at about the 41-yard line of Huntington. So that is where Huntington is going to set up 1st and 10, as they will see the ball for the 2nd time this evening. Let's see what the Lumberjack defense can do here. Going back to that first series defensively, it's really impressive.
Yes, sir. We got good penetration on the snap, and guys are flying to the wall, so we got to keep that up. Maybe get a turnover real quick and get our ball back on our end of the field.
So the Red Devils about to break the huddle here on 1st and 10. Again, they have the ball on their own 41-yard line. So Lumberjacks going to bring the linebackers down, Emmons and Carlos on opposite ends. It's going to be an empty set with a bunch formation, 4 receivers to the left, as it'll be Brant Kovar getting the handoff, and he's going to break would-be tackles, and he will be stood up by A.J. Emmons on that one. It's going to bring up 2nd down and about a gain of 2 on the play for 2nd and 8.
Our defense has been studying this scheme and are holding to their assignment. So this looks very promising for our defense to keep holding them tight.
2nd down, the Red Devils have the ball on their own 43 after the carry from Brant Kovar. Kovar is a regional qualifier and also last year was a state qualifier in the 800 meter. run at state and finishing 4th overall, as here on second down it's going to be another touch pass to Kovar. Kovar trying to bounce outside, and nope, he's going to get met up immediately by Eli Terrell.
I tell you, Eli's having a heck of a game already, 2 possessions. And he's got 3-4 tackles. So he's got Kovar's number, it looks like, tonight.
3rd down and about 8 here coming up for the Red Devils with 6:34 remaining here in the first quarter of action. We're still scoreless here in the District 9 opener for both the Red Devils and the Lumberjacks. The Red Devils still congregating in the huddle, as they're going to break the huddle and they'll go with a 3-receiver set. Excuse me, it'll be a 4-receiver set. It's empty backfield look once again for Wyatt Stover, the freshman QB. And Stover will take the pass. It's going to be a screen pass to his target, Mateo Markley. And Markley meets nothing but white jerseys. And we got flags being thrown from every direction of the field here. Let's see what the call is.
It looked like it was away from the play, maybe a personal foul of some sort, maybe.
So we'll take a look at what the call is. So after the play was over, it's unsportsmanlike conduct called against the Devils. And we'll see what they decide to do here. So it's going to remain 4th down for the Devils. Ball still spotted on their own 43-yard line.
Yeah, it was unsportsmanlike or a personal foul. Looks like a 15-yard penalty. Be 4th down. We should be getting the ball back in good field position. We get a touch right here from Ty McMillan. See what we can do on offense.
So after the penalty, the ball is spotted back at the 29-yard line of Huntington. That's where they'll punt it. McMillan is standing around his own 30-yard line. He's going to let this one roll, and he's just going to go ahead and pick it up and run. Breaks a would-be tackle, trying to make some jukes and some more cuts, and he's going to be brought down from behind at about his own 47-yard line. So decent return there for Tyrese McMillan, and the Lumberjacks will have the ball with really decent field position to get started here with the second drive of the game.
Starting on 46, so get some blocks from our O-line and get some momentum going, and let's go score, guys.
So 1st and 10 coming up here for the Lumberjacks. 2 receivers set left, 1 to the right. Riley Rambula back in at quarterback, as he's going to hand it off to his cousin Xander Rambula, who makes a spin move, and he's going to be brought down inside Red Devil territory at about the 48-yard line for a pickup of 6 on the play to bring up 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, this kid, man, he I love watching him play. He is hard-nosed, and he's not as big as a minute, but he'll give you everything he's got.
So here we go on 2nd down for the Lumberjacks. They'll go back to that same formation, and they're going to go call a Rambula's number on that one, and an obvious face mask on the play there, and there goes the flag from the line judge here on the near side, as Rambula had nowhere to go, but fortunately it's going to be a 15-yarder and advantage Lumberjacks. So it will be a 15-yarder on the Red Devils. So the Lumberjacks moving the ball into. Lumberjacks have the ball spotted at the Red Devil 36-yard line after the penalty. 1st and 10 coming up.
We got 5 minutes in this quarter. Let's eat up some time off the clock and go score.
So Lumberjacks in the huddle here as the clock ticking to less than 5 minutes. Rambula in the shotgun, 2 receivers right, 1 left. The H-back is Eli Terrell on the left side. And he'll hand it off to his cousin Xander Rambula, who is going to plow forward for a pickup of 2 on the play to bring up 2nd down. And there's another flag way after the play.
It's going to be after the play.
A little more extracurricular after the play.
The referees are probably trying to get a handle on it early in the game before it gets out of hands, because as you've been to Huntington, Diboll game, it normally is real chippy.
So it'll be offsetting penalties as it's unsportsmanlike conduct calls on both the Red Devils and the Lumberjacks. So the offsetting penalty will bring up 2nd down and 7 here for the Lumberjacks, with the ball spotted on the Red Devil 34-yard line. As the Lumberjacks breaking the huddle, as they'll flip the play this time, as Eli Terrell will play up on the line of scrimmage away from his H-back spot. So we're awaiting the official to jot the names down of those who got the unsportsmanlike conduct calls. And here we go. Again, 2nd down and 7 here for the 2nd down and 8 for the Lumberjacks, as Riley Rambler dropping back to pass. He's looking deep down the middle for Tyrese McMillan, and he's got it. He dives in, and he's going to get this one. Touchdown, Lumberjacks.
That's one athletic young man.
Tyrese McMillan with a 34-yard reception to draw first blood here for the Lumberjacks here in the district opener tonight, with a 34-yard touchdown pass to the All-State player Tyrese McMillan, as it'll be Ivan Gomez on for the extra point try to extend this Lumberjack lead. As the hold is up, the kick is up, and it is good, as your score here with 4:25 remaining in the first quarter. Lumberjacks 7, Devils 0. So we'll take a commercial timeout. You're listening to Diboll Lumberjack football on YouTube through C4 Media.
Terrell Insurance has been a proud support from the Lumberjack Cups of the 90s and the touchdown footballs of the 2000s. Terrell Insurance has been there for the Jacks. Terrell Insurance has been a proud supporter of Lumberjack fans off the field as well. For all of your insurance needs, visit Terrell Insurance in Diboll.
So Lumberjacks get on the scoreboard first, as Riley Rambula connected with Tyrese McMillan on the fade route on a 34-yard touchdown pass. And the extra point good by Ivan Gomez to go up 7-zip here with 4:25 left to go in the first quarter, as Ivan Gomez is on to boot it away here for the Lumberjacks, as the Red Devils put 2 back deep to receive. As Gomez's kick is going to be another sky-high kick, fair caught at about the 25-yard line. It's bobbled, but it'll land directly in the hands back of the up-back, Caden Van Houten. So the Red Devils get a lucky break there, and it's going to bring up 1st and 10, Huntington.
Yeah, we had good coverage on that kick, and able to, with the little bobble there, we were able to get them stopped. So they're on the 30, I think, or are they moving it back? So we're about the 27 and a half.
Looks to be about the 28. Yep, I guess I'll go 28. Yep, they're saying 28 on the scoreboard, so we'll go off of that, as it's going to be a pistol formation. Jersey receiver set to the right, and the screen pass was bobbled, and it's going to be picked up by the Huntington receiver, but he's got nowhere to go, nothing but white jerseys surrounding him. On the reception there was Carson Franklin. It's going to bring up 2nd down and a pickup of 4 on the play down to the 32-yard line.
Our defensive end of Parrish, he was able to get a hand on that ball as it was in the air, kind of tipped it and wobbled to the receiver and made an athletic catch. And, took about 3 steps before he actually had control over it. And as soon as he did, he was wrapped up.
2nd down and 6 coming up for the Devils. It's an empty formation set with 4 receivers bunched left. Kovar coming in motion to the right. Stover getting flush in the pocket. He's going to roll to his right, and bam, he's going to get chopped down. And it looks like it was the Carlos Sanchez in on the stop for the Lumberjacks. It's going to bring up 3rd down for the Devils.
3rd down and 5 for the Red Devils.
He was running for his life. Emmons was fisting to put him in the grass.
So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 for the Devils. They were able to gain a yard on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 here with 3:07 left to go here in the first quarter. Diboll with a 7-0 lead. And Lumberjacks with a 3-4 defense. It's a pistol formation for Stover, and it's going to be a triple option to Kovar. Kovar's got the 1st down. He's going to lower the shoulder and be brought down by Aiden Morris at about the 42-yard line. So the Devils will pick up a 1st down after the run from Kovar.
Kovar everything you were talking about, is that the same one, the track kid?
Yes, sir. It's the same one. He finished 4th in the state in the 800-meter run, and he was a regional qualifier for this year as well in cross country.
Yes, sir. He's a very athletic young man.
Yes, sir. And he's making his presence felt as he just picked up that first down there for the Devils, and they'll put him wherever they need to, and he is their star athlete as the Devils break the huddle on 1st and 10. Again, they have the ball spotted on their own 43-yard line. They're going with that empty package once again. 4 receivers bunch left. Kovar coming back in motion. Stover dropping back to pass. He's getting flushed in the pocket, and he is going to be brought down by Joseph Parrish, Ricardo Garcia, and DeCarlo Sanchez, and on the stop to bring up 2nd down and a pickup of about 1 on the play.
Secondary had good coverage on many receivers, so he didn't have many options. I don't think his first choice was to run it, but with our defense holding their assignments, that was his only option, and he made a short gain.
So 2nd down and 9 coming up here for Huntington with 1:41 remaining here in the first quarter of action here at Red Devil Stadium in the District 9 opener for the Devils and Jacks. And the Devils going back to that formation that we've seen for the last 3 plays. Kovar coming back in motion. Stover is going to him as Kovar's wide open, and he's got nowhere to go as Aiden Morris will meet him up right at the 49-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 4 on the play for Huntington.
Aiden stuck with him and wrapped him up. Had another short game, but we got to keep our eyes on Kovar all night. He's going to be a factor.
So they'll go ahead and spot the ball at midfield. It's a 3rd down and 3 situation for Huntington. The Lumberjacks really need to make a stop here as Stover is in at quarterback. It's going to be a 2-back look here in the shotgun. It's the go-go formation, as they call it in college, with 2 running back to the left. Stover trying to run left, and nothing. He's going to be stopped for a loss on the play, and it's going to bring a 4th down for the Red Devils.
You said they call that the go-go?
Yes, sir. It's where they line up in the shotgun, and they'll have 2 backs lined up on the left side. It was ran by Brandon Marion, who is now the head coach at Sacramento State in the FCS.
No-go.
There you go. And this no-go, and we got 12 seconds left here in the first quarter, and I think let's see if the Red Devils are going to punt it off here with 5 seconds ticking on the clock. If they'll go ahead and do it here, it's going to be a short punt, and Aiden Morris tried to field it, and it looks like it bounced off of him, and fortunately, A.J. Emmons was there to recover it at about the 40-yard line. So that's going to take us to the end of it here over the Huntington Red Devils in the district opener. We'll take a commercial timeout. Listen to Diboll Lumberjack football on YouTube through C4 Media.
Made in America. A simple idea that means everything at Mueller Metal Roofs and Buildings. It means local branches, dealing with friends and neighbors you trust. It means innovation, leading the way with better solutions. It means caring about our products and even more about the people who use them. It means pride in a job well done. Mueller, made in America, made to last.
Seven to 0 is our score after the first quarter, as we're about to get the second quarter started here momentarily. As turn it over to my partner tonight, Rodney, who filled in last minute. What have you seen so far from these Lumberjacks?
Typical Diboll. Our defense is on point. We make good stops. Our offense is just took a series to get going. I think we're going to start clicking now, and we just we gotta pound them, and beat them into submission, get the win.
So here comes Lumberjack offense here on 1st and 10, as it'll be Riley Rambler in the shotgun. He's bringing Eli Terrell over in motion on the left side, and the H-back, and flags thrown from the far side. We'll see if there was early movement up front.
There's a flag before the play. False start against the Lumberjacks.
False start against the Lumberjacks.
First and 15.
So this ball start will back the Lumberjacks up to their own 35-yard line. After the switching quarters, we're moving left to right. And another penalty thrown on the far side. And another false start called on the Lumberjacks. They got to hold their water here. So instead of 1st and 10, we're looking at a 1st and 20 situation here for Diboll. And the ball spotted back at their own. Well, the ball is still on the 30-yard line. And so we'll see what they can do here. Lumberjacks bringing the huddle here on first down and 20 from their own 30-yard line. It's a two-receiver set left, one to the right, as getting the handoff. It's going to be Ty Jones, and Jones is going to get bottled up immediately by the Red Devils. It's going to bring up 2nd down on the play.
Ty Jones is a big prospect for us. He's a great young man. Of course, his 2 brothers are previous Lumberjacks, so great athletes. And he's got a lot of promise ahead of him. He's a freshman, so he's going to be here. And he's already showing that he's got some skills.
So it'll be 2nd down and 20 as the carry for Jones went for no gain on the play. And the Lumberjacks going back to the two-receiver set to the right, one to the left. Jones is the running back lined up left side of Riley Arambula, as Arambula is going to roll to his right, dropping back to pass. And he's going to connect with Aaron Robbins at the 41-yard line. And he will get a pickup of 11 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and 9 for the Lumberjacks.
I tell you, Aaron's leaving off where his brother left, or taking up where his brother left off at a receiver position and defensive back. So a lot of promise coming from that young man as well. Good athlete. Made a real good catch. Had to reach out for it and keep his feet in bounds.
3rd down and 9 here coming up for the Lumberjacks. Again, ball on their own 41-yard line. Arambula dropping back to pass. He's looking deep over the left side for Aaron Robbins, and pass going to come up incomplete. And we saw a jersey tug on the far side. No flags thrown. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, it looked like he might have had a little help there to get slowed down a little bit, so he couldn't get in position to catch that ball. But that's the way the games roll. Sometimes we're going to go out here and punt it and go play some defense, get a turnover.
So it'll be Eli Terrell handling the punt for the Lumberjacks, as the Red Devils will put a return man back at about his own 35-yard line. And as he moves on up, that is going to be Braden Kilgore. And they're going to switch it at the last second as Terrell's punt is going to land out of bounds at around the 35-yard line. So Huntington will set up 1st and 10 from that spot.
Defense got to step up right here, pin them back on their end of the field, get a turnover real quick or something, and let's move on with the score.
10:49 remaining here in the 2nd quarter of action from Huntington, Texas. It's the Diboll Lumberjacks with a 7-0 lead over the home team tonight. As we're about to get 1st and 10 started as the Lumberjack drum line's getting it going. Again, the Lumberjacks are wearing their red helmets this evening with the Rocket D on both sides with the white stripe down the middle with red numbers, red letters, and they're going with the black pants with the white stripe and red stripes down the sides. As Huntington breaks the huddle on 1st and 10, it's empty backfield look for Wyatt Stover. As he's got a single receiver out on the right side, 4 receivers bunched up on the left. And this should be a delay of game called on the Devils as the play clock expired down to 0 seconds.
It looked like their quarterback Stover didn't know the play, or somebody didn't go in motion as soon as they were supposed to, and it's kind of threw the whole timing of the play off. Cost them a penalty. Actually, they called a timeout for them, so no penalty.
So Huntington was able to get a timeout called as both teams are going to regroup, and we'll take a quick commercial timeout as well as you're listening to Diboll Lumberjack Football on YouTube through C4 Media.
For the best in quality, we are the one.
America loves a winner. The proof is in her fascination with sports. In the years since Terrell Insurance Agency has been here, we've witnessed 25 World Series championships and Super Bowls. It's a fact that good teams come and go. A team that wins it all one year might finish at the bottom just a few years later. At Terrell Insurance Agency, we pride ourselves on our stability. Through all the years, we've been able to say we are the one, through the good times and the bad. You can count on us. That's a promise from our family to yours. Terrell Insurance Agency, 902 North Temple Drive.
Let me set the record straight for a minute. Hate, I get it. Say it with him.
So it's 1st and 10 here for the Red Devils after the blunder just a moment ago, as they had to burn a timeout to avoid the penalty. So they're going to go with the 4-receiver formation set on the near side. 1 receiver to the right for Wyatt Stover, who's in the shotgun. And he's going to go to the right side, and it's intercepted by the Lumberjacks as DeCarlo Sanchez bit on the route and said, "No, sir, this is no-fly zone here." And the Lumberjacks are going to have the ball deep inside Huntington territory after the interception from DeCarlo Sanchez.
Kovar didn't look off that 1 receiver, and DeCarlos wasn't fooled one bit. Got a good jump on the ball and was able to make a dive and catch. Just what we needed on their end of the field. Good turnover and go score now.
So the Lumberjacks will have the ball at the Red Devil, trying to see 36-yard line, as the Lumberjack offense trots back out onto the field after the interception from DeCarlo Sanchez, his first of the season. So on 1st and 10, Riley Rambula is in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off to his cousin Xander. Xander bursting through the hole, and he's going to be brought down for a really good gain on the play down to the 29-yard line of Huntington. It's going to bring up 2nd down and about 7 to go.
Xander, he's just a little, I don't know what he is. He's not a fullback, but he's not a scat back. He's just a little cat squirrel out there on the field running around everywhere, bouncing from limb to limb.
As my buddy Drellin calls him, a jitterbug. As on 2nd down and 2, they're going to call Arambula's number once again. He's bursting through the hole. He's got the 1st down and then some, and he's going to be brought down just at the shadow of the red zone at the 21-yard line of Huntington. So it's going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Lumberjacks.
We need to implement a jitterbug play, like name it with a jitterbug. He's as small as he is. He plays like an old Okatara Stanton or somebody just run you, hit you in the mouth and run you over. But he's just not that big.
He's really going into the history books with that one, Rodney, as on 1st down and 10, Riley Rambula drops back to pass, and the pass going to come up incomplete. It was in the vicinity of 2 Huntington defenders, but fortunately this is going to hit the dirt, and it's going to bring up 2nd down for the Lumberjacks.
I tell you, these kids don't know the legacy that's went before them. I tell you what, we got a lot of good athletes come through Diboll.
Yes, sir, and we got some bloodlines here going on tonight, as on 2nd down, it'll be Ty Jones, the freshman, getting the handoff, and he's going to be stood up immediately by the Red Devil linebacker, came in and crashed down on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 10 here for the Lumberjacks.
I'm going to say it once again, Ty's a freshman, and when he learns how strong he is and how athletic he is, he's going to be something to watch, I promise you. Give him another year in the offseason in the weight room, and these coaches working with him, and him learning himself and finding himself. I guarantee you this kid's going to play. He's going to be a player.
So it'll be 3rd down and 10 as Jones will remain at running back. 2 receivers set to the left, 1 to the right. Riley Arambula is going to hand it off to the freshman Ty Jones, and Jones is going to take 2 Red Devils to bring him down. He's going to be stopped for a loss on the play, and it's going to bring up 4th down for Diboll.
That play right there is a great example. He ran to the defender and tried to stutter step instead of just plowing through him. Once he learns how to make that extra effort and plow through the defender, he's going to be unstoppable.
So the Lumberjacks will keep their offense on the field here on this 4th down and 12 situation from the Red Devil 21-yard line. Make that the 24, excuse me. So go with the 2 receivers set left, 1 to the right. Riley Rambula taking the snap. He's looking deep for Aaron Robbins. One-on-one coverage. He's being interfered with all day, and there we go. We got flags being thrown from every direction of the play, and this should result in a 1st down for the Lumberjacks.
Aaron was making a play to the ball, and the kid just was all up in his face and made contact with him. So we got the interference call. It was a good break for us right there on that play. We'll continue to march down and go score right here.
So the pass interference will result in a first down for the Lumberjacks, as the Lumberjacks will have the ball in the red zone. As again, the Lumberjack receiver intended on that play was Aaron Robbins, who was the younger brother of none other than Zach Phipps, who was a Lumberjack legend in his own right. As we were talking about legends just a moment ago, Rodney, he's making his name. He's making a name for himself at West Texas A&M. As we'll talk more about him after this play. As on 1st and 10, Riley Rambula is dropping back to pass, rolling to his left, and he can't find anyone open, and the pass is going to come up incomplete, but there's a flag thrown on the near side.
Yeah, it was so far away from the play, I don't know what it could be.
Pass ball's incomplete. Second down and goal for the Lumberjacks.
So we'll see what the call is. As it was, as you said, Rodney, I couldn't tell who was doing what, so it'll be a holding call against the Lumberjacks. So and it'll have the ball on the Huntington 19-yard line as a result.
Yeah, I don't understand that call on far side of or play goes to the far side of the field, and the flag comes from the near side and on a holding that was nowhere around the play.
So Lumberjacks gonna have to regroup here. It's gonna be first down and goal from the 19. As Lumberjacks will go 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. As your starting offense for the Lumberjacks at left tackle is Christian Prieto, the left guard Andres Montoya. At center is Micah Ibarra, Michael Villanueva, the right guard, and Cade Jordan, the right tackle. Riley Rambula is going to hand it off to Chai Jones, and Jones plowing through, bursting forward, making the defenders earn it to bring him down. They finally bring him down inside of the 10-yard line. So really strong run on the play there for the freshman. It's going to bring up 2nd and goal at the 10.
Yes, sir. He found a little extra something there and then put his head down and was able to make a positive gain out of that. So I'm telling you, playing time's all this kid needs. He's going to be special.
Again, 2nd and goal coming up for the Lumberjacks. The ball is on the Huntington 10-yard line. As again, talking about Zach Phipps, he scored a touchdown in his game against Sul Ross State last week. As the Lumberjacks going with the power I, it's going to be a toss to Tyrese McMillan, and McMillan will have nowhere to go, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and goal from about the 8-yard line of Huntington.
Yeah, Zach's having a great year at West Texas A&M. A phenomenal athlete all the way around when he was at Diboll, track, basketball. Could play baseball if you didn't know that. I mean, he was on that, that team that went to the Little League World Series. So, I mean, he is a true athlete.
Yes, sir, and he's got his name etched in downtown Lufkin on that mural honoring the Thundering 13. Is on 3rd and goal. They're going back to the power I. It's going to be a toss once again to McMillan. McMillan trying to lower the shoulder, and he will be brought down at about the 4-yard line. It's going to bring up a crucial 4th and goal situation for the Lumberjacks with 6:13 remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
Ty gets a full head of steam. Tyrese, we got, 3-4 ties on the team, so I got to make sure I call the whole name. But yeah, McMillan on that carry had a full head of steam. Took 2 or 3 guys to bring him down, so they had a good game there. We just got to punch it in from the 3, I believe.
So again, the Lumberjacks will go for it back on the power I, and before we can get anything going, whistle's blown as looks like a timeout is going to be taken here by the Red Devils. The Red Devils will burn their 2nd timeout here in the first half of action. We'll go ahead and take a timeout as well as you're listening to Diboll Lumberjack Football on YouTube through C4 Media.
Attention East Texas. When it comes to welding, fabrication, hydroblasting, sandblasting, vacuum truck services, and plant maintenance, there's only one name you need to know: PPR Industrial Services. Located in Lufkin, Texas, PPR delivers top quality services with 24/7 support. With a mission to exceed customer expectations, PPR focuses on safety and excellence in every job. Call them today at 936-676-0982 and let PPR handle your toughest projects. PPR Industrial Services, where quality matters.
Both teams had a chance to go back to the drawing board as the Lumberjacks have the ball. 4th and goal from the 3-yard line. About 46 remaining here in the first half of action. It's here in the second quarter from Red Devil Stadium in Huntington as the Lumberjack faithful who made the 20-minute drive over to Huntington is cheering on these Lumberjacks. The Lumberjacks go back to the power I. Riley Rambula fumbles the snap, and it's going to be a rugby scrum. And it looks like the Red Devils fell back on top of it, but looks like the play was blown dead before anything could get going. So it's going to be a turnover on down for Diboll, and the Red Devils will have the ball 1st and 10.
Yeah, it was just bad from the snap. And it didn't get a hold on it, and it didn't get a hand on it, and the ball just bounced around there for a minute. Evidently, somebody put it down, but Huntington come out of the pile with it, but no gain, just turnover on downs. Get a safety here, and let's start over.
So the Lumberjacks could not capitalize on the DeCarlo Sanchez interception a moment ago as the Red Devils have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 4-yard line after the fumble and the turnover on downs here for the Lumberjack offense, as it's going to be Brant Kovar in at quarterback. That's Wyatt Stover. Stover dropping back to pass. He's going to look to the right side for Kovar. And Kovar, the head of steam, running around would-be tackles. And Kovar tiptoeing down the sideline, but he runs out of bounds at about the 34-yard line. It's going to be a huge gain on the play and 1st down for Huntington.
Yeah, Kovar made a good catch and run after the catch. And just was able to escape our tackle and got diverted out of bounds.
So 1st and 10 for the Red Devils after the huge catch and run from Brant Kovar. As the Red Devils breaking the huddle here on 1st and 10. Red Devils going with the white helmet tonight with the red jerseys and white pants with the white numbers and white letters. As it's an empty backfield look once again for Stover. Stover looking to his right, and he's getting flushed in the pocket, and it's going to go back to Kovar, but Kovar is going to get nowhere as he will be stopped for loss in the play, and here comes a late flag from the official.
27 yards.
Yeah, I believe that's going to be a personal foul on number 9. A little pushing and shoving going on after the play, away from the play. Got to play smart. Penalties will kill you.
So again, after the play was over, it was a personal foul face mask call against the Lumberjacks. So it'll be a 15-yard penalty, and instead of what would have been a loss in the play, it's going to bring up the 1st down for Huntington.
Got to be smart, kids.
And that was one of the keys that Coach Morrison talked about, was not getting behind with taking care of the football as far as penalties goes. It's a defensive penalty, but still you don't want to give any free real estate to your opponent, as the Red Devils have the ball 1st and 10 now, ball on their own 42-yard line with 5:14 left to go here in the second quarter. Let's go ahead and get the official, go ahead and get play started here. Wyatt Stover, the quarterback, in at the shotgun. He's going to throw a screen pass to his receiver, and he's going to get bottled up immediately by DeCarlo Sanchez. It's going to bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, DeCarlos read that like the Sunday comics. That's a funny play. He just ate it up. No, didn't fool him on the screen or nothing, so we tackle for a loss, or no gain.
So after the stop by DeCarlos, the Red Devils will have the ball on their own 43. They were able to pick up about 1 on the play somehow, as go back with the bunch formation set on the left side with 4 receivers for Wyatt Stover. Stover with the touch pass to his receiver, and it's going to go nowhere as it was snuffed immediately by the Lumberjacks. Eli Terrell in on the stop as well as Luis Arambula and DeCarlo Sanchez to bring up third down for the Red Devils.
Eli must have been paying attention in film this week and sticking with his assignment, man. He is going wherever Kovar goes, and it's just right there in his grill.
It was Slade Holiday who got it on the touch pass, and he's going to be stopped for a loss of 3 on the play to bring up third down and 12 for Huntington. As the Red Devils break in the huddle, as they'll go with a single receiver set on the left side and one to the right side. So over with the back lined up left to him, he's going to bring the outside receiver in motion, and it's going to be a reverse as the Red Devils going to get tricky here, and Aiden Morris is going to make the stop on Braden Kilgore, who got it on the reverse, and he stopped for a pickup of 5 on the play. It's going to bring up 4th down and 5 here for the Red Devils.
Aiden made a great play right there. Had to fight through the hold. The offense was holding, the receiver was holding back. Changed his direction, but no flag. He was able to fight it off and then come back and make a tackle. So we got him 4th and long, and it looks like we're going to get a punt, and maybe Tyrese can put some magic on the field.
It'll be Jackson Doler to punt it away for the Red Devils, as McMillan will camp out at about his own 20-yard line. And McMillan, following the ball, he's just going to go ahead and let this one bounce, as the Red Devils will spot it at the 29-yard line. So that's where the Lumberjacks will set up 1st and 10.
Yeah, Ty didn't have much chance to touch that one, so the Red Devils did have some good coverage on the punt. We'll get our offense out there and start rolling it up. 2 minutes and 53 seconds left in the first half. So we go score right here, go into halftime, up by 2 touchdowns, come back out and just play some smash mouth football.
See how the Lumberjacks do here offensively. Here on 1st and 10 from their own 29, trips receiver set to the left for Riley Rambula. Rambula faking the bubble screen. He's looking deep for Keevy Dill, and Dill tries to go up and gets it, but it's just going to bounce off his helmet. Incomplete. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10.
Keevy coming off a great game in Shepherd last week. Had a lot of good touches and some good runs after he catches. So really good outlook for him for this season. Coming into district play tonight, that was his first chance to touch the ball. Looking good.
Lumberjacks regrouping here on 2nd down and 10. 2 receivers set to the left. It's Taylor and Dill. 1 to the right, it's Aaron Robbins. And it'll be Xander Rambula getting the handoff, and he's lowering the shoulder, breaking 2 tackles, and he is going to be brought down at about the 38-yard line of Huntington. He's just a yard shy of the line of gain, but it's going to bring up 3rd down for Xander Rambula.
Hard runner right there. Athlete put his head down and just went after it. And you know, we can't play a game of what else, but he was 4 inches taller and 20 pounds heavier, and he'd have got that 1st down.
So on 3rd down, the Lumberjacks will go ahead and call Arambula's number once again, as Arambula plows forward for the 1st down, and he is brought down at about the 43-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 10 Lumberjacks after the run.
Nobody's ever told him that he was probably one of the smallest kids on the field, so hadn't nobody told him, he didn't know it, because he's sure playing like he's one of the giants.
Absolutely, as Rambula was voted the student athlete of the week a few weeks ago by Lufkin Daily News. As we'll go ahead and take the 2-minute timeout here. We'll take a quick one as well. You're just listening to Diboll Lumberjack football on YouTube through C4 Media.
C4 Media Productions proudly supports the Diboll Lumberjacks. Based at 205 North Temple, we are your one-stop shop for all of your video and social media needs. Whether you need a captivating TV commercial or a full social media marketing strategy to help drive sales, we've got you covered. Call us at 936-304-0707 or visit c4mediapros.com. C4 Media Productions. Reliable service, amazing results.
Let me set the record straight for a minute.
So after the 2-minute timeout, As the Lumberjacks ball, 1st and 10 from their own 43-yard line. 2 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. Diboll with the 7-0 lead. Riley Rambula in the shotgun. He's going looking to the flat for Kiwi Dill, and Dill will step out of bounds at about his own 47-yard line for a pickup of 5 on the play to bring up 2nd down for the Lumberjacks, and that'll stop the clock.
Yeah, Kiwi put a good handle on that pass, and if he had 2 more steps, he could have made a move on that kid and off to the races.
So Lumberjacks have the ball, 2nd down and 5. It's a 2-receiver set, right, 1 to the left for Riley Rambula. Rambula dropping back to pass. He's looking back to Kiwi Dill, and he connects with Dill once again, who runs out of bounds into the Lumberjack bench, but he's up and he's good. And the ball is in Huntington territory at about the 4 of the Lumberjacks.
Kiwi knew exactly where he had to go to get the 1st down, and he stuck the pass and was able to put his head down and make it to the line to gain. And we got 1st down, a new set of downs, and some time on the clock, so we're sitting good.
And also with all 3 timeouts remaining here for the Lumberjacks, with a minute 48 left here in the second quarter, as Riley Rambula is looking deep for his intended target. No flag thrown once again, as the intended target there was Aiden Morris, and it's going to bring up 2nd down on the play here for Diboll.
Probably stretched that pass just a little too far for him to get a flag on that play. He probably going to call it uncatchable, but if he hadn't been held up, he's quick enough, he could have got there. So Aiden's made several good plays throughout this season.
He was also responsible for a 57-yard touchdown pass last week, and that was beautiful as it was on the game that occurred, as Lumberjacks bringing the huddle on 2nd down, as they'll flip the formation this time. As Rambula bobbles the snap, he tried to pick it up, but he already had his knee down, and it's going to be a loss on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and long back to the 48, back inside Diboll territory at the 48, and the Lumberjacks going to burn their 1st timeout with a minute 37 remaining in the second quarter.
Riley looked like the catcher that he is back there scrambling around for a curveball in the dirt, so got his knee down, holding the ball, so he was marked down, and just a really athletic kid, though. I mean, he can move, and I'm very impressed with the way he sees the field and throws the ball.
So the Lumberjacks and Red Devils congregating on both of their sidelines as they go back to the drawing board here. That's what the Lumberjacks have to do here on the 3rd and 16 situation. Ball spotted back at their own 48 after the loss. Rambula. Minute 37 remaining. Still got 2 timeouts left. So see what the Jacks can do here offensively here late in the second quarter.
The O-line needs to make a good push right here, give him some protection and get some looks down the field. And I know our receivers are more athletic than they are. Kovar's out there, but I'll put Aaron against him any day of the week.
So Jack's offense back out on the field on 3rd down as Rambula is going to roll to his right, and he's just going to go ahead and just take it himself. He's going to be brought down inside Red Devil territory at about the 42-yard line, as he's still about 7 yards shy of a 1st down. It's going to bring up 4th down for the Lumberjacks, and we'll see what Coach Morrison elects to do here.
I feel like we would go for it here. I don't know why we would go ahead and punt this far down the field and this much time. Defense has been working great, so let's go try to score.
There's a minute 28 remaining on the clock here in the second quarter. It's a 4th down and 6 situation for Diboll on the Huntington 42-yard line. As Lumberjacks bring in the huddle, Rambula rolling to his right. He's trying to find a target, and he's just going to go ahead and just lob it up for grabs. And Kiwi Dill tried to come up with it, and he was being interfered with mid-catch. He's still rolling around on the grass, but he's getting up and walking off on his own power with a limp. But there should be a flag on the play and a 1st down for the Lumberjacks.
They're going to try to talk him out of that penalty, I think. But I agree with you. That was a pass interference. Kiwi was up in the air, and the kid just comes up and grabs him, pulls him down before he has a chance to grab the ball. Kiwi's got the height, the leap to catch it. Yeah, they waved it off.
So, as you said, Rodney, they wave it off, and as you can hear, with the crowd noise. Again, we're calling the game from the crowd here in the stands tonight. The Lumberjack faithful not happy about that one. And we'll go ahead and it'll be another turnover on downs for the Lumberjack offense with 1:18 left to go here in this first half of action.
Coach Morris out there having a conversation with the line judge, and he's probably correct of why he's waving the other referees who was right on top of it, why he's making him put the flag back in his pocket. I agree with Coach Morris on that. The referee 5 yards away from the play threw the flag, and then line judge that was up the field by 30 yards tells him no penalty.
So the Lumberjack defense going to have to come back out onto the field here on 1st and 10. Huntington getting the ball back as the penalty was waved off. Empty backfield look for Stover. Stover getting pressure in the pocket by A.J. Emmons, who gives chase. And Stover will be pushed out of bounds at about his own 43-yard line. It's going to bring up 2nd down on the play, and the clock ticking with 1:03 remaining.
Emmons was coming to get him, and he was just able to get out of his grasp. He come across the line of scrimmage unblocked. And first year back playing for Emmons, and coming back to Diboll, so I expect a lot of great things out of him in the next couple of years.
On 2nd down, Stover's going to connect with his target. He finds a tight end on the flat, and he's going to be brought down inside Diboll territory at the 47-yard line for a 1st down. It's a pickup of 11 on the play for the receiver for Huntington. And a 1st down when the Red Devils going to burn their, couldn't tell if it was the Devils or the Lumberjacks that burned the timeout.
Yeah, I didn't catch. I think it was going to be Huntington that called the timeout. And that kid made a good catch, and Huntington was patient and let the play develop, and just made some positive yards on that play. Defense needs to step up big because if they lull us back and put us on our heels, they easily could go score real quick here with 33 seconds left in the half. We just got to play our defense and go hit them.
Lumberjacks and Red Devils still having discussions here on their respective sidelines with 33 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter, as both the bands and drill teams for both the Red Devils and Lumberjacks about to perform here momentarily at the half, as tomorrow the Lumberjack band will be traveling to Longview for their pre-UIL marching contest. So best of luck to the Lumberjack band tomorrow in Longview. So both teams back out on the field. 1st and 10, Huntington. It's going to be a screen pass on the near side, and it's going to be dropped by the intended receiver. That was Landon Segrest who was the intended target. It's going to bring up 2nd down and stops the clock at 30 seconds.
It looked like Joseph was able to disrupt the play or disrupt the timing of the route. The guy ran the route. So we was able to make a good defensive play there and hold them with an incompletion.
2nd down coming up for the Red Devils. Again, ball spotted on the Diboll 47-yard line. As Wide Stover is in the shotgun. Bunch receiver set to the left. Man in motion to the far side. That's Brent Kovar, and he's going Kovar's direction as he's wide open, and he will get down. And the Red Devils going to have to move here quickly as they have no timeouts left. And the whistle's going to be blown to get the clock going. So Wide Stover getting the play going with 18 seconds ticking, and he's going to go ahead and just spike this one to stop the clock at 17.
Yeah, we had an inadvertent referee whistle stop the clock. Probably would have been another 6 or 8 seconds that could have went away, but here we are, 17 ticks left. We'll hold them. Let nothing get behind us, and we'll be just fine.
On 2nd down, Wide Stover's going to take the pass. A.J. Emmons giving chase, and he's going to get pressured on him. He's going to get the hit on him, but he's able to throw it away in time. Stover is, and it's going to stop the clock with 12 seconds left, and it's going to bring up 3rd down for Huntington.
So Emma's been pressuring the quarterback about 5 plays, and he's changed a little different every play. That time he went straight and hard, and I think that was a big difference why he was actually able to get his hands on the quarterback on that play. So he's been able to escape before that, but not that time. Little Emma's just was able to get his hands on him and make a throw away.
So here we go with 3rd down for Huntington. Weissover dropping back to pass, and he's going to connect with his receiver, Kilgore. And Kilgore's going to be brought down at the 32-yard line, and that should do it here for the second half of action, as the Red Devils cannot get the ball off in time. And that's going to take us to the end of the first half, as it's the Diboll Lumberjacks with a 7-0 lead here in Huntington tonight in the District 9 3A Division I opener, as we'll be right back to recap the first half and then send it on to the Coaches Show, as you're listening to Diboll Lumberjack football on YouTube through C4 Media.
What's in a name, a reputation to bring you service and quality? What's in a name?
There are so many questions to consider when choosing the right auto insurance. Liability coverage, comprehensive, how much coverage is enough? We can help you make sure you're getting the protection that's right for you. Terrell Insurance Agency is the name to know. 902 North Temple Drive, Terrell Insurance Agency.
You can depend on a Mueller metal roof.
We were fortunate enough to be able to build a house on family land, and we've really enjoyed being out here.
We couldn't ask for a better place to raise our boys.
Our home builder, I don't believe, had ever had an experience with working with Mueller, and had nothing but great things to say about the company, about the process.
Everybody was professional.
If anybody mentions the word metal, we say we know a guy and give them the phone number to Mueller.
Find out more at MuellerINC.com.
Attention East Texas. When it comes to welding, fabrication, hydroblasting, sandblasting, vacuum truck services, and plant maintenance, there's only one name you need to know: PPR Industrial Services. Located in Lufkin, Texas, PPR delivers top quality services with 24/7 support. With a mission to exceed customer expectations, PPR focuses on safety and excellence in every job. Call them today at 936-676-0982 and let PPR handle your toughest projects. PPR Industrial Services, where quality matters.
Attention East Texas businesses. Are you looking to reach a dedicated and engaged local audience? The Diboll Sports Broadcast is the perfect opportunity for you. Our broadcasts are the heartbeat of Diboll Sports, connecting passionate fans with businesses just like yours.
Supports the Diboll Lumberjacks. Based at 205 North Temple, we are your one-stop shop for all of your video and social media needs. Whether you need a captivating TV commercial or a full social media marketing strategy to help drive sales, we've got you covered. Call us at 936-304-0707 or visit c4mediapros.com. C4 Media Productions. Reliable service, amazing results.
Yeah. Let's go. We just gotta go hard. I go the hardest. I bring the pain.
So your halftime score here from Huntington is the Diboll Lumberjacks with a 7-0 lead here at the half over Huntington in the District 9 3A Division I opener, as the only score on the night was a 34-yard touchdown pass from Riley Arambula to Tyrese McMillan, the junior, connecting with the other junior, Ivan Gomez, the freshman, on for the extra point try to go up 7-0, and that has been our only score here on the night. Overall, just seeing some sloppy performance here for both Huntington and for Diboll, and it's time for both these teams to head back up to the drawing board, see who wants this one more, as turn it over to Rodney. Rodney, what have you seen so far that you've liked from the Lumberjacks, and what are some things that they can improve upon going into the second half of play?
Yeah, we got to cut down on penalties, number one. We've given up some silly penalties. I'm not against a perfect ball game. I understand that things happen, but we can't, the personal fouls and the unsportsmanlike conduct things, we just got to eliminate those. I believe we have some momentum coming back out into the second half. Our defense is playing spot on. Like I said several times, our kids are staying with their assignments and running their positions and being where they need to be to make the play. We've done fairly well making the plays. Maybe they've had maybe 4 or 5 plays for positive yards. So we've done good on defense aspect. Offensively, we just got to give to Riley some time in the backfield, in the pocket to see the field and to find an open receiver or just push. The O-line has got to give us some good push off the line of scrimmage and let the little cat squirrel run around back there and make positive yards. And cat squirrel, jitterbug, they stick around. I'm sure Morrison and the staff has 4 or 5 different nicknames for him, but Xander Rambula has really been a workhorse tonight. So let's just build off our positive on being mixing things up, balanced run game, balanced passing game, and just come out and hit them in the mouth. And I promise you that you get hit in the mouth a few times, you'll quit. So Huntington will fold up.
Yeah, I'm going just piggybacking off on you, Rodney. Is I just hope to see the Lumberjacks play more aggressive, play board, find what works, and stick with it, and walk out of here with a W. So again, your halftime score here before we head it back into the coaches' show is 7-0 in favor of the Diboll Lumberjacks, as the Lumberjack band is taking the field, performing under the field leadership of Noah Crawford and Jeremiah Martinez, as they're looking pretty sharp. Again, they will be in Longview tomorrow for their pre-UIL marching contest. Next week will be the real deal. The Region 21 marching contest will be occurring October 18th, next Saturday night at in Longview. So good luck to the Lumberjacks for both Saturdays from here on out. And before we go back to the coaches' show, taking a look at some scores from around the district. Fairfield with a 16-6 lead over the Teague Lions, and Palestine Westwood with a 21-14 lead here over the Crockett Bulldogs. So those are your halftime scores from around the district. Again, your score here from Huntington: Diboll Lumberjacks 7, Red Devils 0. So go ahead and send it back to the coaches' show, brought to you by Terrell Insurance Agency.
Yeah. Let's go. We just gotta go hard. I go the hardest. I bring the pain.
Welcome to the Coaches Show, presented by Terrell Insurance. I'm your host, Jared Christmas, and I'm sitting here with Coach Blake Morrison. Coach, how are you doing today?
Doing good, Jared.
Coach, during last week's game against a very good Shepherd team, we saw a lot of heart and fight from the Lumberjacks. How did you feel like the team executed as a whole?
We did fight a little bit better. We didn't quit, and the kids played hard all night. So I mean, I was pleasantly pleased in their fight.
So, Coach, this past week we saw the junior Riley Arambula at the quarterback position.
Get at somebody, but just throughout practice, it's who understands the offense and who executes the offense, and believing in themselves and just little things like that we just look at. And and Riley was we thought going into it he would benefit us to be the starting quarterback.
So, Coach, this year we had a stacked non-district schedule. What are the benefits of playing such a tough non-district schedule?
Y'all welcome. I mean, other than Rusk, and Rusk is just, I mean, they're like us, they're young. But a 4A team that's young. Everybody else is a playoff run team in 3A. Not one round. They're multiple round teams. Madisonville is they've got speed and size and they spread it out, and we got to see that. So let our kids kind of get used to somebody faster than them, where angles, they got to learn how to take angles. They got to recognize quicker. West Rusk is a quality football team. I think they're in the top 8 now. So, they do things well, and they will. They're multiple, okay, and so, people. I got called by Pleasant Grove, so I mean, it's not. It's not a. That's kind of it's a good thing that people think that we're a quality ball club, but at the same time, here it's not. It's up and down. And depends on what's in the stable. And in the last couple of years, we've had a tough non-district schedule with inexperience, and and I just think it has helped us. We almost got out of it, the whole thing injury free. Almost. We're about a minute and a half away from getting out of it injury free. So, but for the most part, I think our kids have grown and understand. So now, when we speak language on the practice field, they understand what we're talking about. If you're playing the same thing over and over, or a lesser opponent, that you get away with certain angles, or you get away with certain they're just not very good. I don't know. I'm in the belief that, and some people might believe differently. Kid is, and we were successful, and I went the wrong way, whatever it may be. That don't help you. But once you get to a point, and I mean, we were so close last week of putting it all together with a fight and doing certain things. Run game killed us. A couple of couple loads where we attack loads killed us on defense. But if we could have pulled that out, that would have been huge. Just for our kids to see what it took to get a W. So yeah, this non-district schedule, it's it's a grind, man. It is. And now going into the district, there's not a team that we're going to face that is, maybe one that's got some talent, pretty decent talent. But other than that, it's going to be almost apples to apples. And so we now here we go. Now they understand, okay, the speed of the game, knowledge of the game, and hopefully we can put it all together.
Well, Coach, you kind of touched on my next question, which was going to be, with such a stacked non-district schedule, how do you feel like our district schedule is going to match up compared to our non-district schedule?
I would say if our non-district schedule was a 7, I think our district schedule is a 5. Okay. And just because it's that high because of the what it means. It's a district game now. So, I think we have our kids have got to the point, and I think we're ready for district play.
Well, Coach, compared to some of the offenses that we saw in the non-district, how is Huntington going to match up offensively and defensively compared to some of the offensives that we've already seen?
They are they'll go from empty to almost like a 3 tight, double tight with a F, with a fullback and all that kind of stuff. And they personnel package their people. And, matchup wise, their offensive line, they're big. Defensive line's big. We got to withstand that push and just be sure we're gapped out on defense and offensively just staying engaged. So, they offensively, it's I'd say a version of Rusk combined with maybe Woodville, try the throwing stuff for Woodville and the Rusk run game up and tight. And then defensively, they are they're 4-2-5. Now, people line up different against us all the time for some reason. I think a lot of it is, we watch them one week to the next, and a lot of times it's a little different here and there because of what they think they can match up with. If they think they can match up in the secondary, they're going to press us and load the box. if they don't think they can, everything kind of starts on the back
So
end.
you mean personnel-wise on their end,
on their
how
end,
they can match up against.
That's right. So if they feel like they can do this, that's what they're going to do. So, it was, for example, I know this, that Shepherd thought we was going to line up in the in what we call our Navy stuff with what we did to Rusk, and so they worked
Yes,
on that. So they had their heavy personnel package in. Well, we were out there in our solo package, and we were able to do some things, and then they made some adjustments, and we weren't able to make plays. So, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, and with what we did, but then. So defensively, 4-2-5. Maybe I think they'll probably even try to roll that strong safety down and 4-3 type look at us. If they want to play man on the outside, I think that's advantage us. And it just depends on how far off they want to play. Because we have been behind it. We've been behind secondaries all year long, and so we have the capability. So we'll see what they're going to do. And how they're going to try to attack us, and then we'll just work our what we call our matrix off of it, and just see what it is, and go from there.
Well, Coach, we've had a lot of changes in non-district play on the offensive side of the football. What can we expect to see out of the Lumberjacks this week on the offense?
Well, and that's what I said. Every year, I always start off with football. Okay, well, people say, well, Coach, you coaching football. No. People don't understand football. Okay, football is block down, kick out, and here we come. Okay, it's not basketball on grass. That's not football. All right, well, is it? Well, the colleges do it. Well, of course, but you're talking about elite athletes.
Correct.
That probably know what block down, kick out, and go get him. It means all that kind of stuff. So we didn't start that way. And I usually like to start that way just for the simple fact you learn the game. If you can learn that kind of stuff, then that other stuff becomes easy. Well, last year I did it, because we thought we can do this, and this year the same type thing. Well, from now on, come heck or high water, okay, we're going to start off with just bona fide football, and then grow. So what we did was the first week, we did that. Second week, we were, we're still in our solo stuff, not understanding. When I say not understanding, we didn't understand certain things till last week. All right.
Yes.
And I'm not going to go into it.
Fundamental stuff.
Oh, when I say yes, and so, little things like if we say anything that starts with an R, that's right. So if it's rip, that's right. So where's the strength? Do we have to say right? No, it's rip. So the even numbers go to the right.
Even and odd always seems to get a few folks.
Odd numbers go to the left.
Yes, sir.
Now, if I say Liz is now the even numbers are left and the odd numbers are right. And so, and I'm telling you, yesterday I had people going the wrong direction. And I said, what are we doing? He goes, I thought that was odd. I said, whew, okay, I need to check your algebra 2 grade. So, we are slowly but surely. So we went to, after that, then we went to the Navy, the too tight look, because, our quarterbacks were inexperienced and you can only go so long. Okay. So it's got to be some teaching involved. So, and then the next week we're coming into Woodville. We were going to work both. Okay. Well, then DeCarlos hurts himself, and then so the Navy stuff went out because, when you go with that kind of stuff, you're a +1. Okay. So now I got hat on a hat. We got a body on a body. So we're getting back to some things, and we'll still have the Navy package that we'll do just for a simple fact that also what it does is Navy is a beast. Okay, then you got your solo. Okay, then we come out with our base. Well, you got three different packages. Well, as a defense coordinator in high school football, okay, you got probably about an hour and a half for 3 days a week to work with your kids. Okay. So with that hour and a half now, okay, what are you going to spend your time on? So if you spend a little time here and a little time here, a little time here, you got some help, okay? You know, you want to fight solo or you want to fight with a herd, okay? So that's the type thing, and our kids are starting to understand it. And last week, I thought we did a good job of getting to the next level with our solo package. I think we got one more step, you know, and then we'll be where we're at with solo. Navy's Navy, and then we're going to come out with our base package that you probably won't see Friday night. You'll probably see it later on, and that right there in itself is just where now you got to choose. Okay, if they going to go heavy personnel, well, we can just jump in solo. Okay, now we're 1-on-1. Let's go beat people. Now, if they want to sit there and play a nickel or a dime package, now we can jump in our base package. And now we got linebackers and tight ends and linemen blocking secondary guys. So we try to use that to our advantage. And, you know, and having our kids learn those things, we're getting close. We're getting close. And it's, you know, we started it in our bye week with one. Been working Navy, what I call our Navy package. We just call it Navy. We've been working our Navy package. We work our solo package, and we've been working our base package. So we'll work those type things, and it makes it difficult as a defensive coordinator, and also your kids. Because here's the deal: I'm not going to fool that DC. Okay, if I do, he's not very good. I'm trying to fool those 15, 16, 17-year-old kids. Yep. That's exactly right. So that's all we're trying to do. And find out where they're at, see where they see where they put their checkers, and then try to king them.
Yes, sir. Well, lastly, Coach, what do we need to do this week to walk away from Huntington with a win?
Continue that aggressiveness, okay, especially defensively. I mean, just play with a reckless abandon. I mean, just go, you know, and refuse to be blocked, all that kind of stuff. Offensively, you know, we've got to be sure, number one, we take care of the football, okay? We don't get behind the chains on stupid penalties. And then be sure we're reading the right keys. I mean, for the, you know, quarterback's big, running back's big, and the receivers. So, yeah, we'll call a play, okay? We don't know who's getting it, all right? It's according to how they set up. So, and I tell you what, last week, the first half, we were about 80% right with what we were doing. There were some things that we messed up on, and then second half we were about 40% right. And so it is, you know, we got to continue. We got to continue those things and be consistent and do it for 60 minutes or 48 minutes. But we got to do those. We got to do those type things, and then and just get after them. That's what I always tell everybody. I said, look, everybody's got a game plan. Everybody's going to do their stuff. Okay, and here they go. It's who gets hit in the nose first. Okay, that's going to say, what's going on? And then you just got to play it like that. I told him, I said, my foot's always on the gas. I've never taken my foot off the gas. I said, let's go play. And so that, people got to step up. We got some bobos. So we got to step up. Other people got to, it's next man up mentality. So we're going to put our, the kids out there that, again, play aggressive, understand. You got to understand the game, and are disciplined with their eyes. And if we can get those things going, we'll be okay. I mean, I told them the other day, I said, I don't care if I play with 14 guys, that's it. Okay, I want to lose weight too, but I got to have a little discipline. But if we can do those things, I said, look, we're just going to, I don't care if we go 11 and play offense and we turn around. It's defense. All you do is just turn around. We're going to go. We got to find we got to find our guys because now it's real football time. And we've prepared all the way up to this point, so it's time to either get busy living or get busy dying.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you coming in today for the Coaches Show presented by Terrell Insurance.
Thank you.
Just gotta go hard. I go the hardest. I bring the pain. Not what she used to. It's all part of the game. Yeah, I just gotta go hard. What's in a name? A reputation to bring you service and quality. What's in a name?
There are so many questions to consider when choosing the right auto insurance. Liability coverage, comprehensive, how much coverage is enough? We can help you make sure you're getting the protection that's right for you. Terrell Insurance Agency is the name to know. 902 North Temple Drive, Terrell Insurance Agency.
About to get the second half underway here from Red Devil Stadium in Huntington, Texas tonight as the Diboll Lumberjacks return unit taking the field. Ty Jones is back deep to receive this one. It's Tyrese McMillan and Aaron Robbins as we're about to get the second half underway here momentarily as both teams, the bands and drill teams, just finished up with their halftime performances, and out comes the kickoff unit for Huntington. So, Rodney, turn it back over to you. What would you like to see here in the second half?
I believe Coach Morrison said what I would want to say, and we just got to go hit them in the mouth. We got to play aggressive. We got to play physical. We got to eliminate mistakes. Just get out here and have fun and play the game. And we just got to be physical. Football's a physical sport, so we're going to start off on the offensive side. So we got to go score.
Red Devils and Lumberjacks on the field here as it'll be Wyatt Loggins to tee it away to get this second half started. Lumberjacks moving left to right as it's going to be a short kick fielded by the up back Tyrese McMillan as McMillan trying to make some juke moves, and he'll plow forward for a decent return on the play. Lumberjacks will have the ball 1st and 10 at around the 40-yard line.
There's not one person on that Huntington defense that wanted to hit that kid. He was low center of gravity. He was moving and just so strong. It took 3 or 4 of them to finally bring him down. So that's what I'm talking about. We got to be aggressive. Got to be smash mouth football.
The Lumberjacks have the ball on their own 43-yard line to get this second half started. Riley Rambula is leading the charge, the junior quarterback, with a 3 receivers set to the right side as his cousin Xander is lined up on the right side of him. He's going to go with the fake screen. Wide open is Kiwi Dill. Dill, nothing but green grass in front of him. 10, 5.
Exactly what we needed. Everybody was expecting the run, and Kiwi just slipped through, got to the backfield, or got to the defensive backfield, and nobody around him. Riley put it on his hands, and Kiwi did the rest with his feet. Good play.
So it'll be Ivan Gomez on for the extra point try as right out the gate, Lumberjacks go for 6 as Riley Rambula connects with Kiwi Dill on a 56-yard touchdown pass. The extra point attempt is up, and it is good. So right out the gates going into the second half, it's the Lumberjacks extending their lead by 14-0. We'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to Diboll Lumberjack Football on YouTube through C4 Media.
Attention East Texas. Customer expectations. PPR focuses on safety and excellence in every job. Call them today at 76-0982 and let PPR handle your toughest projects. PPR Industrial Services, where quality matters.
Let me set the record straight for a minute. Hate, I get it. Say it with him. I don't give a.
So Riley Rambula connecting with Kiwi Dill on a 56-yard touchdown pass as the Lumberjacks extend their lead by a score of 14-0 as Ivan Gomez is going to boot it away here to get as we're still early on in the second half, as it'll be fielded by Huntington by the return man, and bam, he's going to be he's going to pay for it as Tyrese McMillan knocks him out, and he's still down at his own 20-yard line. He's up and woozy off his own power. Tyrese McMillan laid the lumber on the return man, Slade Holiday.
That hit right there is a highlight reel any day of the week. I tell you what, that kid's going to be hurting tomorrow.
If you remember the old ESPN segment, Jacked Up, that would have been on there.
No doubt about it. Tyrese was full head of steam and then just went right at him when the kid put his head down, and Tyrese just hit him hard.
So let's see if the Lumberjack defense can continue this hard-hitting football action going on here early in this third quarter. White Stover's in the shotgun with the running back lined up to his right. That's Caden Van Houten. Stover's going to take it himself, and he's got nowhere to go as he is snuffed up by a host of Lumberjack defenders to bring up second down and about a gain of 1 on the play for Huntington.
Huntington's not being real original. They're basically, have 3 players that they're actually turning to on every play. So we just got to go straight at them and be physical. Like they didn't fool anybody on that play. Everybody on the field in the stands knew that kid was taking the ball then.
So it was a pickup of 2 on the play for ball on their own 23-yard line. Again, Huntington moving right to left here in the second half of action. 10:53 to go in the third quarter. Stover in the shotgun. He's just going to take it himself. Thought he found some running room. Instead, he's going to be met up by Ricardo Garcia as well as Joseph Parrish on the stop. It's going to bring up third down for the Red Devils.
Yeah, Luis Arambula, he slowed him down, and I believe is that the right one?
Yeah, it looked like I saw Ricardo as well as Joseph on that stop too.
Okay, yeah, 52, yeah, he was able to get a hand on him. Okay, I'll learn him one day. He was able to get a hand on him in the backfield and come in and clean it up.
So here we go on third down and 6 here for the Devils. They're going with a pistol set for Wyatt Stover. The play clock going all the way down to 6. And here early on with 10 minutes left in the third quarter, the Red Devils are going to burn their first timeout here in the half. Going back to that touchdown play to get the second half started, it was a really beautiful setup. It was a trips formation set on the near side, and Riley Rambula faked the bubble screen, and then he went for that fade route with Kiwi Dill, and there was nothing but green grass in front of him, and it looked like about 5-yard separation between Kiwi and the next Huntington Red Devil defender. So it was a really beautiful play and really good spiral there for Rambula, and then Dill just put the brakes on it and just went all the way to the house.
One thing that I've seen about Kiwi this year is you put the ball anywhere around him, he's going to go get it. So I like his aggressiveness, the way his style play. He's made some big plays in key situations for us, and just a lot of potential, a lot of expectations from that young man.
Absolutely, he's just a really big powerhouse on offense, and we saw that on display. The start of the second half is both teams trying to back out onto the field. 3rd and 6 situation for Huntington. Wyatt Stover looking deep for his intended target. It's overthrown out of bounds, and that's going to bring out the punt unit for Huntington.
So Parrish got some good penetration to the backfield and rushed the passer. He did not really have a good look at his receiver, and the receiver never even checked up and never even looked at the pass. So it was pretty much threw it out of bounds, and we make a return right here and see what we got.
So back deep to receive the punt is Tyrese McMillan, back camping out at around his own 40-yard line. It's a high snap for the punter, Jackson Toller, but it's going to be a short punt, but it's going to land in Huntington. Excuse me, it's going to land in, yes, it will land in Huntington territory. And Luis Arambula fields it, and then he doesn't know what to do with it. He stands there, and he realizes, oh, wait, I got the ball, I got to run, but it's not going to get anywhere. But fortunately, this ball is going to land inside the Huntington 45.
Yeah, it's normally not a defensive player, is he? Yeah, he is. Okay.
So Luis Arambula got it. I guess he thought it was Diboll punt, but regardless, the Lumberjacks have the ball inside Huntington territory. You cannot ask for a better field position than that, as on 1st and 10, they're going to go back to that trip set to the near side. And Riley Rambula is going to call his own number on this one and take it himself, lowering the shoulder, and he was going to be brought down at around the 40-yard line for a pickup of 5 on the play to bring up 2nd down for the Lumberjacks.
I like the kid's mentality, man. He takes a hit head on and just keeps flying through. So kudos to him. He's playing hard football. So it'll pay off in the long run.
It'll be a 2nd down and 5 situation here for Lumberjacks. The ball is spotted at the 41-yard line of Huntington. They're going to go 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Eli Terrell is the H-back on the right-hand side. And Ty Jones, the freshman, getting the carry. He's bursting through, lowering the shoulder, bringing Red Devil defenders with him down to the 29-yard line. And it's going to result in a Lumberjack 1st down, as Jay Wyatt says.
Ty with an excellent run right there, real physical, he put his head down and just wouldn't go down, wouldn't be stopped. He's learning how strong he is in this game alone, I believe. He really has improved play after play, and like I said a while ago, a lot to come from him.
So after the run from Jones, it's 1st and 10 once again for the Lumberjacks. Rambula faking the bubble screen again. Ball intended for Aaron Robbins as the Red Devil shoulder checked him, and it's going to result in a pass interference call on Huntington.
Yeah, Aaron was on the route, and the kid just practically wrapped him up. And about the time the ball was getting there, he never had a chance to touch it. So got us a call there. Move the ball into even better field position, and it should be, what are we looking, about the 15-yard line?
Just about. So let's see where this ball is spotted. Yep, right at looks like about the Red Devil 14 or 13-yard line, it looks like. So 8:44 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Jacks with a 44-0 lead over Huntington in the District 9 3A Division I opener for both teams. As Lumberjacks breaking the huddle, 2 receivers set left. It's Aiden Morris on the outside, McMillan in the slot, Jackson Taylor, lone receiver, lined up right. And Ty Jones will get his number called once again. He bounces it inside, and then outside, and he is going to be brought down by a shoestring tackle for Huntington on the far side of the field. It's going to bring up 2nd down for Diboll.
I wish Ty would have took us probably 5 or 6 yards on that play. He tried to move it outside, and the kid just was able to reach out and grab him. So, like I said, freshman, but he's got a lot of potential.
And he's getting a lot of valuable experience here in this game as Lumberjacks bringing the huddle on 2nd down and 5 from the 8-yard line. 2 receivers set right, 1 to the left, and Ty Jones getting the carry once again. And it's going to take 2 Red Devils to bring him down. And they're still going at it as the Lumberjack lineman lost his helmet. Looks like it's Prieto that lost his helmet, so it's going to bring up 3rd down for the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, 3rd and short. Say feed Ty again, let him push it on through. We're ready to score.
So it's a 3rd down and 3 situation here for the Lumberjacks on the 6-yard line. Rambula in the shotgun. Ty Jones to his left, 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. And once again, Ty Jones plowing forward, and he's got it. Touchdown, Lumberjacks. It's the freshman, Ty Jones.
Ty's really growing up in this series. You see him on the 2nd, 3rd touch. He tried to do the little shuffle steps, and that play he actually went just head down and was not stoppable. He pushed his way all the way into the end zone through 3 or 4 defenders.
And that's Ty Jones' 2nd touchdown on the year. As Ivan Gomez, the other freshman, is on to get the extra point try. The kick is up, and it is good. The Lumberjacks extend their lead by a score of 21-0 with 7:22 left to go in the 3rd quarter. You're listening to Diboll Lumberjack football on YouTube through C4 Media.
You can depend on a Mueller metal roof.
We were fortunate enough to be able to build a house on family land, and we've really enjoyed being out here.
We couldn't ask for a better place to raise our boys.
Our home builder, I don't believe had ever had an experience with working with Mueller and had nothing but great things to say about the company, about the process.
Everybody was professional.
If anybody mentions the word metal, we say we know a guy and give them the phone number to Mueller.
Find out more at MuellerINC.com.
Let me set the record straight for a minute. Hate, I get it, say it with him. I don't give a I'm cool with it. Player, peep the fans with him.
So Ty Jones adds 6 more to the scoreboard for the Lumberjacks as Lumberjacks extend their lead by a score of 21-0. As Ivan Gomez is on to boot it away back to Huntington as they'll put two return men back deep to receive this kickoff with 7:22 left here in the third quarter, as it's going to be a short kick fielded at about the 25-yard line, and the return man's going to be brought down and upended by Joseph Parrish, and also in on the stop is the jitterbug, Xander Arambula.
Yeah, Joseph played with a little bit of that reckless abandonment right there. He went straight to the ball carrier and put a hat on him and put him in the dirt.
So excellent coverage there on the return for the Lumberjacks, as the return man had nearly nowhere to go on that one, as the Red Devils set up 1st and 10 from their own 33-yard line. Again, they're moving right to left as it's Wyatt Stover in at quarterback. It's a pistol set. 3 receivers lined up left, and getting it on the screen pass is Brandon Kilgore, and Aaron Robbins lays the lumber, and a flag thrown from the far end of the play before the hit was laid. So let's see what this call is.
According to Coach Morrison, it looks like a holding on the offense.
So here comes the official call for on the side. So it will be a holding call against the Red Devils. So that'll negate the 9-yard gain that the Red Devils would have had. And instead, that'll back them up 1st down all the way to their own 28-yard line. So it'll be a loss. They technically lose 5 on the play to bring up 1st down and 15 here for the Red Devils. So we'll go ahead and get play as the Red Devils break in the huddle. Again, it's a 1st and 15 situation for them. Lumberjacks with the 3-man front with their hybrid 3-4 look. It's a 2-receiver set for Stover. Stover bringing Kilgore in motion from the slot right. Stover looking to his left, and he's going to release it, and he finds Kilgore wide open. Susie, that's Markley on the reception, and Markley will pick up an 11-yard gain on the play and a 1st down for Huntington.
That was a good play. Huntington let it develop, and the receiver got in the open, and the quarterback put it in his hands. We just got to do better defending on the line, get them in the mouth on the line, and disrupt the routes.
Huntington has the ball on their own 43-yard line after the catch from Markley. It's an empty backfield once again for Wyatt Stover. 3 receivers right, 2 left. Stover looking left, and he's going to release it on the curl route to his receiver. It's another 1st down, as the receiver on that one is Jackson Toller. And 2 plays and 2 1st downs for the Red Devil offense down inside of the Diboll 43.
We got to make a play, put a stop on it, and hold them before they throw it to the out of the end zone.
Lumberjack defense eager to make a stop. It's 1st and 10 inside the Diboll 43-yard line for the catch from Jackson Toller. So Wyatt Stover really slinging it here on this offensive series for Huntington. Going back to the pistol set with twins formation set. Both sides make that 3 to the left. Stover dropping back to pass, getting flushed in the pocket, and he's going to go down. It's a sack on the play, and guess who? Eli Terrell.
Eli comes flying through, man. He made a move on Eli and was able to slip the first attempt, but Eli kept up with the pursuit and was able to run him down and made a great tackle and made a loss. So we can build on that.
It's going to bring up 2nd down and 14 after the sack by Eli Terrell. And also applying pressure was Kamari Williams, who's the right defensive end here for the Lumberjack defense. 2nd and 14, Stover with a bubble screen. It's going to go through the hands of his intended receiver on that one. That was Carson Franklin. It's going to go through his hands, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and long for Huntington.
I know the kid wished he would have caught that, but, I mean, he paid for it dearly. DeCarlos laid the hammer down on him.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 14 as, again, Carlos Sanchez made him pay for it on that bubble screen incomplete pass. As the Lumberjack defense just waiting to see what Huntington does here. So after the sack, the ball is spotted at the 47-yard line of Diboll. So Huntington needs to get to the 33 for a 1st down. Empty backfield once again for Stover. Stover looking to his right, and he's just going to roll it to his right. He finds Brent Kovar on the flat, and he's going to get upended by the defender on that one. It looked like it was Eli Terrell on the stop, and it's going to bring up 4th down and about 9 for Huntington.
Yeah, Eli just was able to read that and make a good tackle. Right here is a big play. We can stop him here and get the ball back. 4 minutes left in the 3rd. Maybe we can go ahead and finish it off and go score.
So Huntington's going to go for it. Twice over, empty backfield. He's putting a receiver in motion right. Stover dropped back to pass. Joseph Parrish applying pressure. He just runs around him, and Stover's going to get rid of it, and he's going to find an open man down at the 31-yard line. But hold up, there's a flag.
Blocking the back, I believe. Illegal man downfield.
So that's what the call will be. So 10.
Parrish put some good pressure on the quarterback, made a bad throw. I believe someone got a hand on it as it left his hands. So the ball was kind of quacking around up there. Aaron come up, made a good play on it, just couldn't hold on to it as it come down.
The Lumberjacks coming up. The Lumberjack defense making a big stop here on 4th down, and the Lumberjack offense coming back out with the ball spotted on their own 46-yard line. So once again, decent field position for the Lumberjacks for this upcoming series offensively, as they'll go in the shotgun set for Riley Arambula. 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right, and it's his cousin Xander Arambula getting the cut, and he finds a hole and then some. He's going to be still going as he's running around, spinning around, and it's going to take a pile to bring him down inside of the 29-yard line of Huntington. And we got some extracurriculars going on. There's a flag thrown at the very end of the play.
Yeah, I believe one of their kids just lost his cool. Hopefully it'll march off in our favor. I tell you, Arambula, I'm going to use my cat squirrel reference again. He limbed out on that one. He was able to get free, and that's probably one of the longest runs he's had this season. And he is quick.
Yes, sir, and he's also quite the athlete as well on the base and on the baseball field, as he's been part of the Lumberjacks baseball team for the last 2 seasons. He's been at the high school, and I also had him for a few weeks as a student, and he's just an overall well-rounded student athlete, and it's a pleasure to have students like him walking the halls at Diboll High School.
I'm excited about our new baseball coach, Dylan Murphy. Big, deep Diboll ties. So big things coming up this year. We had a good season last year, and we're going to build on that. So looks like the penalty was on Huntington, so we're marching down the field. We'll be in real good field position about the 15, it looks like. 1st and 15. First from the 15.
Yes, sir. Looks like first down and 10 at the Huntington 15 after the penalty.
We need to go score. Maybe run the ball a couple times and run some time off the clock. If we score on the first play, that's even better.
3:47 left to go in the 3rd quarter. The Jacks with handing it off to Ty Jones. Jones just trying to plow forward, and he's going to be stood up, and the play is going to be blown dead. And another offensive lineman losing his helmet on the play. That's Andres Montoya. He'll have to step out, and in his place will be Dylan Ruiz. He's going to bring up 2nd down and 8 for the Lumberjacks.
Alex, you see Ty when he ran that play, he ran, he made initial contact, and then the secondary contact, and then he just kind of
down number 2 on the night from 11 yards out.
If you put it around Kiwi, he's going to catch it. So catches the 2nd touchdown of the night, and Lumberjacks go up by 27-0. Waiting on the extra point now, and just keep rolling. I think that probably pretty much sealed the deal. I see some of the Huntington faithful are trickling out.
And they brought a packed house here at kickoff, and now they're already trickling. They're making their way to the exits here. As Ivan Gomez is on for the extra point try. The kick is up, and it is good as the Lumberjacks extend their score, a score of 28-0. As Riley Arambula connected with Kiwi Dill for the 2nd time this evening on an 11-yard touchdown pass. Extra point up and good. That's going to bring our score to what it is now as you're listening to Diboll Lumberjack football on YouTube through C4 Media.
What's in a name, a reputation to bring you service and quality? What's in a name?
There are so many questions to consider when choosing the right auto insurance. Liability coverage, comprehensive, how much coverage is enough? We can help you make sure you're getting the protection that's right for you. Terrell Insurance Agency is the name to know. 902 North Temple Drive, Terrell Insurance Agency.
Twenty-eight to 0 is our new score as Riley Arambula connected with Kiwi Dill on an 11-yard touchdown pass. Extra point good as Ivan Gomez is on to boot it away for the Lumberjacks with 3 minutes exactly remaining in this 3rd quarter. It's going to be a deep kick. There's no one in the end zone to field this, but the Huntington return man is going to field it at about his own 2-yard line and bring it out to about the 30-yard line, and we've got extracurriculars going on between Cooper Smith and a Red Devil.
I'll tell you, man, we would be remiss if we didn't mention this. And there's just Huntington coming out. They hadn't give up. You know, they're getting beat pretty handily right now, but these kids are still playing. So kudos to them. Kudos to the coaching staff. It's sad that the fans don't stick around and support the kids, and I just want to say that there's no quit in them. I mean, they're getting beat, and then that's the way the game goes. You get beat, but you don't walk the stands out, walk out of the stands and lose. You gotta stay there and support the kids.
So it looked like the penalty went against the Lumberjacks, and the Red Devils will have the ball 1st and 10 on their own 45-yard line with 2:50 remaining here in the 3rd quarter of action from Red Devil Stadium. As it'll be once again, going back to what you called earlier, the no-go offense for Huntington. They'll go in that formation.
Vacuum truck services and plant maintenance. There's only one name you need to know. PPR Industrial Services, located in Lufkin, Texas. PPR is in every job. Call them today at 936-676-0982 and let PPR
on the Lumberjacks. So it'll give the Red Devils free real estate to about the Diboll 34-yard line after the penalty.
Yeah, even up by 28 with a little more than a quarter left, I'm sure Coach Morrison has lived.
So here we go, 1st down and 10 for Huntington as Van Houten's going to get the carry. Lowers the shoulder, but he's going to be brought down by 2 Lumberjacks on the play. Eli Terrell and Luis Arambula, the linebacker duo, making the stop. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 9 for Huntington.
Yeah, Lewis put a hat in the middle of his numbers and made the play. Got some help, so that's what we got to have.
2nd down and 9 after the stop by Terrell and Arambula as in on the defensive line for the Lumberjacks is Joseph Parrish and Kamari Williams at the defensive ends. Angel Concha, senior defensive tackle. Wyatt Stover's in the shotgun. It's a tight set for Huntington, and he's going to fake the handoff, take it himself on the keeper, runs into one of his blockers, and he is going to be stood up, and then the pile trying to get pushed forward. They're going to go ahead and blow the play dead. It's going to bring up third down for the Red Devils, and DeCarlo Sanchez lost his helmet on the play.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Kamari for a minute. A good kid, a good athlete, first year on varsity, and playing a really important position for us. I'm really impressed by his IQ on the field and showing some discipline and showing some maturity.
So it'll be third down and 10. It was actually a loss on the play there for Huntington. Back at the Diboll over. It's in the shotgun. It's a two-back look. Two backs on both sides. Stover is not going to get anywhere, as filling in the gap is Luis Arambula, who slams him down. It's going to bring up fourth down for Huntington.
Yeah, Arambula's having a heck of a night on the defensive side of the ball, and he's just everywhere from the linebacker position. Into the fourth.
That's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. The Lumberjacks will go into it with a 28-0 lead. As we'll go ahead and take a quick commercial timeout, as well as you're listening to Diboll Lumberjack football on YouTube through C4 Media.
What's in a name, a reputation to bring quality? What's in a name?
What's in a name? A reputation at Terrell Insurance Agency. What does tomorrow hold? Good things if you plan correctly. And Terrell Insurance Agency can help you do just that. We offer auto, home, and business insurance. That's Terrell Insurance Agency, 902 North Temple Drive.
Let me set the record straight for a minute. Hate, I get it, say it with them. I don't give a I'm cool with it. Player, peep the fans with them. Yeah, they gon' remember mine. Yeah, you and I, they already. He an outlaw, getting off when he calls and
About to get the fourth quarter underway from Huntington as the Lumberjacks take a commanding 28-0 lead here in the fourth quarter of action. Red Devils left to play here in Huntington. Let's go ahead and finish this one off. We've got 12 minutes to play. Let's get after it as receiver set to his right and two to his left. But before we can get anything going, looks like Coach Morrison's having some talks with, I'm not sure if it's in regards to the play clock or what, but looks like we're about to get the referee's official signal to get this one started. All right, so here we go. The umpire spotted the ball. Here we go. 4th down and 9 for Huntington. Ball on the Lumberjack 33. They're moving left to right after the quarter change. Stover in the shotgun. Flag thrown. He's going to lob this one deep. And once again, coming up and getting it. What I thought was an interception is going to result in an incomplete pass as it hit the ground. And it's pending to see what the penalty is here.
One of the stand referees calls the hole, so we'll wait and see.
So just having a discussion from the far side judge and the referee as they talk things over about it. And so it is going to be it's a defensive holding on the Lumberjacks, and that's going to result in a first down for Huntington.
Yeah, I don't understand that call.
And Coach Morrison is irate, and he's letting this near side official have it, and he's just barking at him about it. So it's going to result in a first down for Huntington, and the ball will be spotted at about the 21-yard line. So that's where the Red Devils are going to set up 1st and 10.
That's one of those silly mistakes, guys. We gotta eliminate those. What he was talking about.
So on 1st and 10, wide Stover dropping back to pass, getting flushed in the pocket, and it's in and out of the hands of a receiver, and it's to Carlos Sanchez bringing it out. Carlos Sanchez with a convoy in front of him. Here we go. DeCarlos Sanchez got one man to beat. There he goes. He's got one man behind him. Oh no, he got tripped up at the 10-yard line. DeCarlos Sanchez could have taken that to the house, but nonetheless, 1st and 10 Lumberjacks at the 10-yard line of Huntington.
As soon as he made the pass, it looked like a volleyball game broke out down there. 2 or 3 people batting it around. Carlos finally come up with it and took off. And it looked like there was no doubter, but as soon as he got about that 15, I think
It's your DeCarlos Sanchez. It's your DeCarlos Sanchez.
Great.
Second and goal coming up for the Lumberjacks. Riley Rambula in the shotgun, handing it off to his cousin Xander, and Xander's just going to plow forward and get it from 3 yards out. Touchdown, Lumberjacks.
I'm not so sure Xander didn't run between somebody's legs on that play. He got low and was just unstoppable. It was great little run for him for a touchdown.
So Xander Rambula adding to the score here tonight with a 3-yard touchdown run of himself. As Ivan Gomez is on for the extra point try. Aiden Morris, the holder. Ethan McFarland is the deep snapper. Good snap, good hold, and the extra point attempt is up, and it is good. Lumberjacks extending their lead, 35-zip, with 10:28 remaining here in the ball game. So you're listening to Diboll Lumberjack football on YouTube through C4 Media.
You can depend on a Mueller metal roof.
We were fortunate enough to be able to build a house on family land, and we've really enjoyed being out here.
We couldn't ask for a better place to raise our boys.
Our home builder, I don't believe, had ever had an experience with working with Mueller and had nothing but great things to say about the company, about the process.
Everybody was professional.
If anybody mentions the word metal, we say we know a guy and give them the phone number to Mueller.
Find out more at MuellerINC.com.
Let me set the record straight for a minute. Hate, I get it, say it with them. I don't give a I'm cool with it. Play and peep the fans with them. Yeah, they gon' remember my.
Lumberjacks extending their lead, 35-0 with 10:28 remaining in the ball game. Ivan Gomez on to boot it away as we got 7 more points from a Xander Arambula 3-yard touchdown run just a few moments ago. As it's going to be a onside kick attempt. Huntington has nowhere near it, and the Lumberjacks trying to fall on top of it, but it looks like I see a red jersey on top of that ball. This should be Huntington's ball. So we're got no signal yet here. Yep, it'll be Huntington ball at about their own 35-yard line, 1st and 10.
Yeah, I think he just miscued that ball and squibbed it. And I don't think we were intentionally trying to onside kick it right there. Man, we just gotta execute now and finish out the game. Let the clock roll.
So we've got 10:24 remaining here in the ball game here from Red Devil Stadium. As Lumberjack faithful, again, it was just a 20-minute drive, and they did not disappoint me tonight. The fans, it's a sold-out crowd here on the Lumberjack side of the stands. It's really awesome to see the support here for Doc Caller. He's going to look to the flat for his intended target, or excuse me, it's a curl route. That's going to come up incomplete. The intended target on that one was Braden Kilgore.
Yeah, DeCarlos was on the play again, man. I'm telling you, he's all over the field. Everybody's holding their assignments. I've said that several times, but that's been some struggles for the last couple of weeks. Is blown assignments and big plays coming at us. So we've learned some discipline. It looks like over the last week of practice and implemented it into our game plan tonight.
2nd down and 10 for Huntington after the incompletion. Just over in the shotgun, empty backfield look. He's looking to his right, now to his left, and it was nearly intercepted. It was in the vicinity of Tyrese McMillan, but it's going to hit the ground before he can get a hand on it. It'll bring up 3rd down and 10 for Huntington.
Yeah, DeCarlos is the one that initiated the pressure on the pass, so Tyrese like to picked it up after it got bobbled. So just keep doing it.
3rd down and 10 situation here for Huntington with 10:07 remaining in the ball game as Lumberjack band is coming alive after their third quarter break, playing the tune Presidential, as it's going to be a pistol set for Wyatt Stovers, bringing his receiver Kilgore in motion right to left. Stover looking his way, and he's going to be pressured by Kamari Williams. He's going to get rid of it in time. Pass going to come up incomplete. Fourth down for Huntington.
Yeah, he got rid of that just in time, and I don't think he even looked to this side of the field, and had one receiver on his mind, and all of our defensive back was cued in on it, and Kamari was just listening to tattoo him in the ear hole.
So it'll be Jackson Toller putting it away for Huntington, as Tyrese McMillan camps out at about his own 32-yard line to field this punt. So the clock stops at 9:56 after the incompletion. So here comes the punt, and it's a nice punt here, probably the best one of the night for Huntington. And it's going to roll out of bounds at about the 25-yard, going to set up. But before we get anything going, we got a flag near the punter.
Got a chop block on the offensive side of the ball. Looks like it'll be a positive.
Not sure what that signal is, but it's the Red Devils.
So the Lumberjacks have the ball, 1st and 10, not with 9:45 remaining in this one. As we'll go ahead and just run the clock out on this one, seal the deal, and go ahead. The big test coming up next week in Palestine as we take on the number 4 team in the state, the Palestine Westwood Panthers, who are led by junior quarterback and 4-star recruit Kavian Bryant. So before we can talk any more about Westwood, we got to finish up what's going on here. As again, the penalty was on Huntington for the chop block, and Lumberjacks again going to get some free real estate on after the penalty back to their own 41-yard line, 1st and 10. So we're going to go ahead and waiting on the official signal, and here we go. Riley Rambula's in the shotgun, 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. He's going to go with Tyrese McMillan on the screen pass. McMillan sheds a tackle, and he's going to be brought down out of bounds at about the Huntington 42-yard line, and it will result in a first down. As he picked up about 13 on that one.
It's going to be hard for one kid to stop Tyrese in an open field. They're going to have some help with him. That kid, he's just too strong.
And again, as we were talking about earlier with Lumberjack legends and bloodlines, Tyrese McMillan adding to the McMillan bloodline. His older brothers are leading rusher in Diboll football history. Had an awesome 2019 season and 2018 season. As on the first down carry, it's Ty Jones getting the ball. It's going to be stopped for a gain of 1 on the play to bring up 2nd down. Going back to talk about the McMillan family, Darius, we know what he had did, and then Jalen McMillan was also a stalwart as well. So Tyrese McMillan adding to that legacy of McMillan's coming through Diboll is pretty awesome to see.
I tell you what, a special kid. Both those kids are brothers are special. All 3 of them are great kids. I got a shout out though that 2019. I had 2 All-State linemen on there, and one of them Coach Cheshire and the other one Coach Richard.
So on 2nd down, it's going to be a screen pass to guess who once again, Tyrese McMillan, and he will not be denied as he needs to be shoved out of bounds on the screen pass, as he's going to pick up 9 on the play to bring up 3rd down and 1. So going back to those 2018 and 2019 seasons for Diboll, those are some really historic years. My brother was in the marching band 2018, and then my sister cheered both of those years. Those are some really awesome memories. Looking back on those are our first 2 years in 3A to be exact.
Yeah, we had some fun back then with football and road trips. A lot of great memories, a lot of good football. I miss a lot of those kids and don't get to see them as much, but they still attaboy.
Don't mean to interrupt you, Rodney, as is Ty Jones getting the carry, and he takes it himself. Would have been 6, but Red Devil defender was the last line of defense, and he's going to bring him down for a big gain and a 1st down on that one.
Straight ahead, hard-nosed, running downhill. I mean, he learns how strong that kid is. When he learns, he's just going to be unstoppable, I promise you.
It's after the run from Ty Jones. The Lumberjacks have the ball. 1st and 10 at the Huntington 13-yard line with 7:33 left in the ball game. As Lumberjacks breaking the huddle, 2 receivers set to the left, 1 to the right for Riley Arambula. Arambula rolling to his left, and he connects with Jackson Taylor. Taylor is going to waltz into the end zone. Touchdown, Lumberjacks.
Jackson stayed with that play. Got kind of hit there as he received the ball, and was able to keep his concentration, keep his discipline, and push it in for 6. Couldn't happen to a better kid. He's been a player for the last couple of years for us, and finally coming out with his senior year breakout season, and has had several big catches, touchdowns as well.
Ivan Gomez on for the extra point attempt. The kick is up, and it is good, but hold everything. There's some penalties at the end of the extra point try.
Yeah, I believe it's Huntington's just losing their composure, letting tempers flare. It's offsetting both of them in the fine, so it looks like we're just as guilty as they are. We got to play smart.
Absolutely. Again, 7:15 remaining in the ball game. Riley Arambula adding to his touchdown passing total this evening as he connects with Jackson Taylor on a 13-yard touchdown pass. That's Jackson Taylor's 2nd touchdown reception on the year. And it's just really awesome to see Riley Arambula just slinging the ball tonight to the tune of 4 touchdown passes. So it's just phenomenal effort all the way around here tonight for Riley Arambula.
Yeah, with the score 42-0, it looks like some of the old games from the 2018-2019 season. You know, of course, in 2020 we had the #1 defense in the state, and if I remember correctly, I think there was less than maybe 25 points scored on us the whole season. So the defense has really stepped up tonight. So far, it's pitched a shutout, and hopefully for the next 7 minutes we can keep it that way.
So 7:15 remaining here in the ball game for Diboll and Huntington in the District 9 3A opener, as Ivan Gomez is setting up the ball on the kicking tee. Let's put it away back to Huntington. As that 2019 Lumberjack unit, they were special. I think, as you said, Rodney, they were the #1 rated team and the #1 defense in the state, only allowing 2.5 yards a game, as Mateo Markley is going to return it, and instead, he's going to get flipped, and he loses the ball at the end, but I think they're going to rule him down. Yep, they're going to rule him down, and oh my goodness, we got flags thrown on the far end of the field. It has become a flag fest here this evening.
I have no idea where that flag come from. From what I was watching, I didn't see anything unless it was blocked by other bodies.
So the umpire is putting his hands up, but the officials are having a discussion at the 25-yard line while you can hear the Lumberjack band playing the tune, talking out the side of your neck as they just finished up, and the Lumberjack crowd is still loud and rowdy here with less than 7 minutes to go. So while we're waiting the call, so the personal foul called on the Lumberjacks, and it'll be a 1st and 10 Huntington, but they'll get some more yards after that.
We gotta quit being silly. I think Coach Morrison called everybody from the sidelines onto the field, and probably not in those nice words, told them something similar, but we just gotta go play our game. Don't give in to the chirping.
Yes, sir, especially with an opponent like Huntington, and that's all they've been known for, is just chirping away at you, trying to draw you into some senseless penalties, just as we've seen here tonight. As Wyatt Stover has the ball on 1st and 10. It's pistol formation. He's bringing his receiver in motion right to left, and he's getting chased, and he's just going to run out of bounds to the Red Devil bench is going to bring up second down after the scramble by Stover.
Yeah, he was running for his life, and it just didn't really work out. He just was able to make a positive out of nothing.
So it's going to be second down and 7 after the scramble from Wyatt Stover with 6:41 remaining here in the ball game. Lumberjacks with a 42-0 lead as we try to finish this one off and focus our mind on Westwood next week. So Brant Kovar coming in motion, and that's who's going to get the carry as he spins out of 2 would-be tackles, and he's going to sprint forward, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds by Eli Terrell inside of the Diboll 40-yard line, and that'll move the chains for Huntington with 6:27 remaining in this one.
I'm not sure Kovar knew he was still on his feet. I think he did a little ballerina wiggle and waggle and was able to regain his balance and seen open field in front of him and took off. So we was lucky we were able to catch him being a track star.
It's going to find his target, Mateo Markley, and DeCarlo Sanchez lays the lumber, but come on, it was a clean hit. They've got flags.
I don't know.
So if you can hear as we're picking up the crowd as we're sitting in the stands tonight, Lumberjack fans very unhappy with that call. I think I heard Hannah Richard in there too, voicing her displeasure. And shout out to Hannah. She's been a loyal supporter of the Lumberjacks, and she teaches at Diboll High School, and her husband Drew is one of the assistant coaches and also graduated with your son Cam. And just want to shout out Hannah and just her being very spirited. The fun fact is that me and her both won most school spirited teachers last year. So that was pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. Luckily to have her on staff, and miss you.
So we're still having discussion. Here we go. It's going to be a personal foul targeting call against the Lumberjacks, and it's going to result in a first down. So since we don't have officials review for like they do in college football, DeCarlo Sanchez will fortunately remain in the game. So, I mean, but to me, looking from up here, Rodney, that looked like clean football to me.
Yeah, I don't think Carlos had much other way to hit. I mean, you're taking his skills and his ability away when you call feather-legged calls like that. That's not very. It's not very football. It's not very football.
So after the penalty, they're going to have the ball in the red zone. Huntington will have the ball at the Diboll 19-yard line. As Wyatt Stover's coming to talk things over with the referee about when to go ahead and start play, and we'll go ahead and move the clock. 6:15 left to go in this one. As in 1st and 10, receiver in motion, Wyatt Stover dropping back to pass. He's looking that receiver's direction. It's Brant Kovar on the reception. He's got it for 6. Touchdown, Huntington.
That's a Red Devil touchdown.
Well, players make plays, and Kovar's a player. Stover is his name, the quarterback. He's not been making very many mistakes through the game tonight, so he's earning himself as a player. So, there's no quitting. They're running the old swinging gate now.
So they're going to collapse it back in, and the Red Devils are going to go for 2. And he had 2 receivers open, and he's going to connect with Jackson Toller on the 2-point conversion try to get 8 points on the board here late with 6 minutes remaining here in this one, as Huntington gets on the board to prevent a shutout tonight. So you're listening to Diboll Lumberjack football on YouTube through C4 Media.
Attention East Texas. When it comes to welding, fabrication, hydroblasting, sandblasting, vacuum truck services, and plant maintenance, there's only one name you need to know: PPR Industrial Services. Located in Lufkin, Texas, PPR delivers top quality services with 24/7 support. With a mission to exceed customer expectations, PPR focuses on safety and excellence in every job. Call them today at 936-676-0982 and let PPR handle your toughest projects. PPR Industrial Services, where quality matters.
So Huntington will prevent the shutout tonight as Wyatt Stover finds Brent Kovar on a 19-yard touchdown pass. And the extra point attempt the 2-point try was good. And Huntington is on the board by a score of 42-8 with 6 minutes remaining here in the ball game. As Huntington is going to kick it away. It's going to be an onside kick. And the Lumberjacks are not able to fall on top of it. And Huntington is pulling out all the stops here. They're going to recover the onside kick. And it's going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Huntington offense.
Yeah, we just probably had a kid over there. I can't tell him who's on the side of the field, but not used to fielding the ball. Just got it bounced around there.
So we'll see what the Lumberjack defense can do here as the ball is spotted at the Huntington 44-yard line. As they got the ball back from recovering an onside kick. So on 1st and 10, Wyatt Stover's in the pistol. He's going to shift Brent Kovar to the receiver split out left. Empty backfield for Stover. Stover is going to connect with Kovar once again. Stover is going to run out of bounds inside of the Diboll territory. And that'll bring up, let's see if that'll move the chains for Huntington or if they got stopped shy of the game. Going to play, picked up 7, it's going to bring up 2nd down and 3.
We got to find an answer for Kovar. I'm telling you, it's out of hand. I'm not going to say that they can come back, but the kid's not going to quit. He's going to go down and score again.
Yeah, Huntington still playing hard with less than 6 minutes remaining. Wyatt Stover dropping back to pass, and Joseph Parrish lays the lumber on him. He's going to overthrow this ball, incomplete, and luckily Joseph got to him because if he'd have connected, that would have been 6 for Kovar.
Yeah, he ran a little up and out pattern and got caught a break.
Going to bring up 3rd down and 2 for Huntington. Ball spotted on the 48-yard line of Diboll as they've gone empty all night long. Kovar coming in motion left to right, and Stovall is going to throw a screen pass to his big tight end, who's going to be chopped down by DeCarlos Sanchez. On the reception that time is Jordan Walton, and Walton will get just enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, that's a big kid right there. Catch the ball in an open field like that, make a stop on him. Carlos really had to step up and play. Just another day at the office for the young man, though.
He's been responsible for a lot of good gains tonight here for Huntington as well, for Jordan Walton. As it's a 1st and 10 set for Stovall, and it's going to connect on the screen pass. Oh, and he gets hit that time by Aaron Robbins. The target on that one, Jackson Evitt. And it's going to be 2nd down and 8 for Huntington at the Diboll 35-yard line. Tell you what, that was a similar hit to what DeCarlos did earlier, no flag.
Yeah, I think the other one was just more shock and awe than actual, Carlos, he didn't intend to hurt that kid or do anything on purpose. He just went after him in a football move, and the referee got bum fumbled by it.
2nd down and 2, true receiver set to the right for Stovall. Stover is going to connect with Braden Kilgore. Braden Kilgore on that one. It's another big gain and a 1st down once again for Huntington as they're really airing it out here and beating the secondary.
Keevy made that play. And, not sure how much of a read he made on the pass, but he did make a good tackle.
So it's another first down for Huntington at the Diboll 21-yard line after the pitch and catch from Stover to Kilgore. Stover dropping back to pass. He's looking Kovar's direction, and it's intercepted by the Lumberjacks. It's Aaron Robbins with the interception, and he's going to run out of the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10, Lumberjacks.
I tell you, watching Aaron make that interception, he looked a lot like his big brother when he was in the air. Had the old Air Jordan leg spread and arms up, even though it's a basketball poster. But I mean, he's just a great athlete. Was able to go up and get that, take it out, and unfortunately, he was in the end zone and ran out of bounds, and we'll take over at the 20 and go from there.
Yeah, it was excellent go up and get it there for Aaron Robbins as Stover just threw it into double coverage and overthrown right into the hands of Robbins. As here comes Lumberjack offense, 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. As Riley Rambula is in, he's had himself a night, throwing 4 touchdown passes, and he's got 2 receivers lined up to his left and 1 to his right. His cousin Xander is lined up to the left of him, and we're still waiting, still trying to see what's going on here. Can't tell what exactly what all the commotion is and what the little pause and play is.
Officials are trying to get it sorted out there. Confusion amongst themselves. No idea what it could be. The spot is where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, so it's pretty interesting what they're talking about, as now they're having a town hall on the 20-yard line, and Brett Kovar from Huntington eavesdropping on the conversation between those three. There's the back judge, side judge, and referee as I said, they're having a town hall, and don't know exactly what they're discussing. But regardless, you could pretty much just treat this as a free timeout if you want.
Yeah, get kids out there dancing. Let's just roll the clock, go home.
So still trying to figure out what's going on. Okay, so they spotted the ball back. Not sure what's going on, but they spotted the ball back to the 10-yard. They're going way further back, past the 10. So I guess what the argument is that Aaron Robbins ran out of bounds at the 2, but that's not what happened. He caught the interception and he was out of the end zone. That should be a touchback. This is absolutely embarrassing, and it looks like Coach Morrison is burning a timeout to discuss this.
Yeah, he was clearly out of the end zone. And I think he's just had all he wants to hear from the officials. He wants to gather his boys up and tell them, hey, we got to finish out this 3 minutes, 37 seconds and get on the bus and get back and get ready for next week.
Yeah, it's just a really confusing display of events going on here as the way it unfolded. Those of you listening in, is Aaron Robbins intercepted the pass from wide Stover, and you can clearly see that Aaron Robbins ran out of the end zone, and it was a touchback. And then we had a town hall going on from the side judge, back judge, and the referee, and then they spot the ball in the shadow of the goal line for the Lumberjacks, and Coach Morrison had to burn a timeout to talk some things over. And yeah, it's weird. It's just a weird event going on here this evening.
There's no answer for this question right now. We'll have to maybe see something on the replay, or you see one of the officials after the game, ask them, but I doubt if they'll even talk to you. But anyway, here we go. We're going to go and we're going to play and we're going to finish it out.
So here we go, 1st and 10 for the Lumberjacks from their own 2-yard line. It's going to be Xander Rambula getting the handoff. There he goes. He's cutting around Red Devil defenders. and he is going to be slung down inside of the 40-yard line. What a run for Xander Arambula. Ball don't lie.
Yeah, that's just what we needed to get out of the end zone. Now we can work the clock down and not get any more penalties and no injuries and get on the bus and go home.
So after the big run from Xander, he is brought down at the 39-yard line of Diboll with 3 minutes remaining here in Huntington. Diboll with a 42-8 lead. As Riley Rambula's in the shotgun, 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. And it's going to be a play-action pass to Eli Terrell, and he gets the reception, and he is going to slide down at the Huntington 47-yard line. Another first down for the Lumberjack offense.
Alex, I haven't seen that play this year. Have you? Where we go to the tight end in the middle like that?
I haven't, but the only game that I've seen where the tight ends really made the name for themselves was against Rusk in that heavy package. But for this play-action quick pass here, I haven't seen that all year.
Maybe we're trying to work on a little something new for Westwood.
It's going to be another screen pass to Kiwi Dill, and Dill is going to pick up a gain of 2 on the play. And the side judge is going to go ahead and just tell the clock operator to keep this one going, as it's going to take us down, should take us down to the 2-minute timeout. And that's what it'll do, as we'll go ahead and stop play as both teams head back to the sideline for the 2-minute timeouts. This is a new rule implemented by the UIL this year, a 2-minute timeout, just as we've seen in the college game and in the NFL, has trickled its way down to high school.
It's not a bad rule. I mean, it's different for high school level. I really don't have a feeling on it one way or the other. I guess I don't. What's it for? I mean, it's just a stoppage of play to regroup for 2 minutes. I mean, you've been playing the whole game, so I guess we need 2 minutes in the middle of the game to stop and talk about it. Who knows?
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. No telling what the mindset was going into it, but if it's a way to get used to how it is professionally and collegiately, I mean, I'm for that. But again, it's interesting, especially at this level, Rodney.
Hey, nothing new under the sun. We just give us the rules and let's go play. That's the way we've always looked at it. You know, they play by the same rules we play by, and let's see who's the best man.
So after the 2-minute timeout, Lumberjacks back on the field, 2nd down and 8. Ball on the Huntington 46, and Xander Arambula getting the handoff once again, bursting through the hole, and he's going to get chopped down at the 30-yard line. And another big run on the play for Xander Arambula, and I think that just about will seal the deal here from Huntington.
Yeah, we're under 1 minute and 49 seconds now, so we can get the first down, so we can run the clock down and go with it. Good game for the Lumberjacks tonight.
So Riley Rambula will bow out of this one, as Sonny Rodriguez will go in to take the snaps here with 1 minute 30 remaining here in Huntington. So Riley Rambula finished off his night with 4 touchdown passes. Very impressive night for him, as Ty Jones will get the carry on 1st and 10, as he is going to be brought down at the Huntington 19-yard line. So from here on out, the Lumberjacks should just kneel this and go ahead and seal this one tonight and focus our attention on Westwood.
Sir, Ty come up limping on that play. Looks like he's going to be okay. Just maybe got a little nick on him.
Yeah, I think she should be fine. Just put some ice on it call it a day, and just get some rest. Nothing better to do here. Or nothing else you can do at this point. You just got 40 seconds left. Nothing. You don't do anything senseless, as Lumberjacks going to break the huddle. As again, Sonny Rodriguez is the quarterback. And he's going to take the snap, just hand it off to Xander. But before we can get anything going, there's a penalty marker down. There should be a false start called on the Lumberjacks.
False start. Good for Lumberjacks.
I get the rules, man. I mean, this game's got 24 seconds left. 42-8. You don't call senseless penalties. But rules are there for everybody.
So that's gonna back the Lumberjacks up to the Huntington 20-yard line, just about. As we'll have time to run one more play. Excuse me, that'll back it up to the 20. Should be the 25. So we're still seeing what's going on here. As looking at the live chat on YouTube, we've got a few people have commented tonight. As Scott commented earlier. He's always the first one to jump on these live streams, and we appreciate him for listening in. And James Morrison is listening in tonight, and he says, "Good job, Jacks." As on second down, Xander Rambler gets the handoff, and he's bouncing it outside. There's a flag thrown at the end of the run, and it's a Xander Rambler goes in the end zone, touchdown. But let's see what the call is here.
I didn't see the penalty. Xander made a great effort, made great play. Looks like it's going to be holding on offense. Penalty's going to be declined. That should be the ball game right there.
Some history thrown in there as well. So, Rodney Cheshire, I cannot thank you enough, sir. Thank you so much for filling in for Jared and for Draylon this evening.
Shout out to Draylon. Hope he gets feeling better, and try to keep your seat warm for you this week, bub. And you can have it back for sure. It's not something that I have aspirations, but I'm happy to fill in. Happy to be asked. It's been an honor. And all my years, this has been a first. So I've really enjoyed it, and thanks again.
Yes, sir. We appreciate you, Rodney. Again, your final score tonight, Diboll wins by a score of 42-8, and Lumberjack fans really happy about this. We'll be right back to wrap it up on the post-game show. So you're listening to Diboll Lumberjack Football on YouTube through C4 Media.
Diboll Insurance has been a proud supporter of Diboll Lumberjack athletics for over 30 years. From the Lumberjack Cups of the 90s and the touchdown footballs of the 2000s, Terrell Insurance has been there for the Jacks. Terrell Insurance has been a proud supporter of Lumberjack fans off the field as well. For all of your insurance needs, visit Terrell Insurance in Diboll.
Attention East Texas businesses. Are you looking to reach a dedicated and engaged local audience? The Diboll Sports Broadcast is the perfect opportunity for you. Our broadcasts are the heartbeat of Diboll Sports, connecting passionate fans with businesses just like yours. When you advertise with us, you're not just placing an ad, you're becoming a part of the community. With Diboll Sports Broadcast, your message will be heard by thousands of listeners who live, work, and shop right here in East Texas. Contact Jared at C4 Media Productions today. Visit c4mediapros.com or give us a call at 936-304-0707 to learn more. Diboll Sports Broadcast. We are your hometown heartbeat.
Made in America. A simple idea that means everything at Mueller Metal Roofs and Buildings. It means local branches dealing with friends and neighbors.
Industrial Services, located in Lufkin, Texas. PPR delivers top quality services with 24/7 support. The mission to exceed customer expectations, PPR focuses on safety and excellence in every job. Call them today at 936-676-0982 and let PPR handle your toughest projects. Services, where quality matters.
C4 Media Productions proudly supports the Diboll Lumberjacks. Based at 205 North Temple, we are your one-stop shop for all of your video and social media needs. Whether you need a captivating TV commercial or a full social media marketing strategy to help drive sales, we've got you covered. Call us at 936-304-0707 or visit c4mediapros.com. C4 Media Productions. Reliable service, amazing results.
Gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. Again, your final score tonight is the Diboll Lumberjacks victorious in their District 9 opener by a score of 42-8 as we take a look at how we got here. As in the first half of action, the Lumberjacks were the only team to score with a Riley Rambula throwing his first touchdown on the night. It's Harris McMillan from 34 yards out, extra point good, 7-0. That was our only score in the first half. And then in the third quarter, the floodgates opened for the Diboll Lumberjacks as Riley Rambula connected with Kiwi Dill, and then he found Ty Jones and then Ty Jones ran it in on a 16-yard touchdown run, and then Riley went back to Dill for an 11-yard touchdown run, or an 11-yard touchdown pass. And then Xander Rambula found the end zone as well, a 3-yard touchdown run. And then Riley Rambula connected with Jackson Taylor from 13 yards out. Huntington got their lone score on the night in the fourth quarter as Wyatt Stover connected with Brant Kovar on a 19-yard touchdown. And they went for 2 and got it. And that's how our score comes out to be 42-8 this evening. Rodney Cheshire went ahead and bowed out of the post-game show. So I'm in here filling in to do the post-game just to share my thoughts. First off, I just want to share the positives and just go ahead and share with you guys who my player of the game is. And it is no surprise, it's none other than Riley Arambula, as he was just slinging the rock tonight, even taking it himself on a few carries, designed quarterback runs for him. And he scored 4 touchdowns tonight, 2 of them going to Kiwi, another one going to Tyrese, and then he found Jackson Taylor on another touchdown as well. So Riley Arambula, you had yourself a night, sir. You're my player of the game. Defensively, Lumberjack offense really took care of, Lumberjack defense, I should say, took care of business. They could have had a shutout, but nonetheless held Huntington to single-digit points. That's a first this season for the defense, forcing 3 turnovers on the night. Carlos Sanchez recording his first 2 interceptions on the year. Aaron Robbins also recording an interception as well. So overall, a tremendous effort defensively, and just seeing a lot of stops on the night as well. Eli Terrell getting in on the backfield and also calling his name quite a bit defensively, and as well as everyone else on the Lumberjack defense and what they've been able to do this evening. So a lot of positives to take going into a real big battle next week against Westwood, which I'll talk more about here momentarily. As going over some things that the Lumberjacks need to work on. Just come out and start firing on all cylinders. Just play every snap with your hair on fire. As it was a slow start in the first half, it was 7-0 at the half, and you just got to come out with tremendous effort and just play with your head on fire and get after it. Just all gas, no brakes, as the Texas coach Steve Sarkisian says. So just seeing a better effort coming out the gates for the Lumberjacks, something I'd like to see going forward, and just fixing the penalties. There was a Lumberjacks were riddled with penalties this evening, as well as the Red Devils, and it makes sense given the chippiness of any game in Huntington. As again, the Red Devils have extended this losing streak to 30+ years, and they've added more to it tonight after this result. But still, it's always a battle playing in Huntington, regardless of it's a bona fide rivalry. Even though it's one-sided, it doesn't matter. Everyone's going to get after it, and they definitely did. So, just don't make any senseless mistakes. Just let your playing do the talking. Let the other team bark. Let them get the penalty. So just keep your cool and just play disciplined and read your keys. And a lot of those guys did that tonight. But again, we got to double down on the penalties, and you don't want that in a big game going into Westwood next week. Before I close this out, just want to go ahead and shout out to everyone who's still listening into the post game. We appreciate all of you for listening in to tonight's live stream on YouTube. I'd like to shout out Scott, who's always the first one to give us a comment on the live stream. Scott, we appreciate you for listening in tonight. We appreciate James Morrison, and he commented, "Good job, Jax." And Miss Brenda Hadrada, the cafeteria manager at Diboll High School, commented, "Way to go, Jax." So thank you, Miss Brenda, for listening in. Thank you, James and Scott, for listening in, as well as all the other listeners who didn't get to make a comment on the live chat. We appreciate you guys for listening in, and please be sure to like and subscribe the Diboll Sports Broadcast YouTube channel and liking our page on Facebook as well, liking and following that. So going into Westwood next week, we'll take a look at how they did against Crockett tonight. Westwood is the favorite in the district. Dave Campbell's picked them to finish first for a good reason. They went undefeated last year in district play, bowed out in the area finals, in the area round to a really stacked Hitchcock team last year, I believe. So this year, Westwood is still pretty strong, as they came out on top tonight with a 56-35 victory against the Crockett Bulldogs. So going into Westwood, it's going to be a challenge. It's going to be tough. Kavian Bryant is a household name for a reason, and we just got to get after it. We got to make the night miserable for him, and I encourage all of you guys to make the drive out to Westwood, make the drive out to Palestine, and support the Lumberjacks. I am really pleased with how the Lumberjack faithful showed out tonight. You guys always do a tremendous job at traveling for your Lumberjacks. But if you can't make it, you know where you can find us. We'll have the stream provided for you guys once again on YouTube next week going into Palestine Westwood. It is slated for a 7 p.m. kickoff from Westwood High School on October 17th. Fun fact, my birthday is the next day, October 18th, so I would want nothing more for my birthday than for these Lumberjacks to upset Palestine Westwood going into my birthday weekend. So we'll see how that goes. So checking out how the district played out tonight in District 9. Diboll here with a 42-8 victory over the Huntington Red Devils. As I mentioned, Westwood scoring 56 over Crockett. The final score in that one, 56-35. And then Fairfield handled business against Teague. They overcame a slow start, going up 44-6 in that one. So 3 teams tonight are 1-0. That's Fairfield, Westwood, and us. The other 3, 0-1, but still 1-0 in district play. This is where you love to be, love to start things out. So again, let's go ahead and go into Westwood. With upset-minded, just being upset-minded. So, again, final score tonight, 42-8 for your Diboll Lumberjacks, victorious over the Huntington Red Devils. Thank you, everyone, for listening in. I also want to appreciate Jared Christmas for providing me the gear, as well as thanking Chelsea Christmas and Kaylee Hensley, who have been in contact with me getting the gear for me. So I'd like to thank all 3 of you. Drill and Fussell, if you're still listening in, I hope your back feels better soon. I hate that you couldn't make it out tonight and enjoy this game, but we're thinking about you and we hope your back heals up soon. And for Rodney Cheshire, wherever he may be listening in, I can't thank you enough for stepping up and being a color commentator, doing a first for you. For a first-timer, you did pretty good. So thank you, Rodney Cheshire, for tonight. So once again, final score this evening from Red Devil Stadium. Diboll Lumberjacks improving their record by a record of 2-4. 42-8 victorious Diboll Lumberjacks over the Huntington Red Devils. It's been Alec Ray saying so long, everyone. Good night. God bless. We'll see you next week in Westwood. Go Jacks!